Welcome to another DragonLance Saga gaming episode. Today is the 17th session of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition DragonLance Shadow of the Dragon Queen live play. It is Baraka Fiercewelt the 29th. My name is Adam. I'd like to take a moment and thank the members of this YouTube channel and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below, and remind you that you can always pick up DragonLance gaming materials using my affiliate links, also in the links below. Today, we're going to have one person joining us a little bit late, but we are completely stacked. So, last time on Shadow of the Dragon Queen. After the party returned to Walkenreth, Dalamar shared the location of the City of Lost Names and asked for you to take him to the Dreadwolf Cove. You agreed, but stopped en route at Camp Carrionclay to check it out. You ended up having Dalamar create a distraction and you slipped into the prisoner's area, finding an unconscious Becklin Viharin. But as you began to leave, an adult black dragon descended on the camp and breathed acid all over the party. As you struggled with leaving without leaving anyone behind, you were overwhelmed, and Ursus and Torgon were killed by the dragon. The rest of the party escaped with the sea elf and Becklin in tow. Torgon and Ursus. As the chaos of the battle is unfolding, you feel thick liquid just splash down on you both. You know what that is, and you know that this is the end, as the acid begins to devour your flesh, sinew, and bone, not to mention your equipment. You whisper a word to your respective gods, and darkness descends upon you, along with the release of the unendurable agony you've been experiencing. You both open your eyes, stunned to have any semblance of consciousness, and you remain in Camp Carrionclay where you fell. Yet there are no soldiers, no dragon, no life whatsoever, except for the both of you, who are whole and unmarred by the dragon's acid breath. And that's when you hear a deep, gruff voice singing. Torgon, you recognize it as lines from an old dwarven marching song. Under the hills, the heart of the axe arises from cinders, the steel core of fire. The soldier's heart lies down, completes the battlefield. Come back in glory or on your shield. You see a mature dwarf with a luxuriant black beard, long, curly hair, wearing the finest and most flamboyant clothes, albeit travel-stained, that you've seen in months. They're brightly colored with buttons of gold. His shirt is ruffled, and he wears a hat with a red plume on top, and he carries a giant battle axe, nearly as big as he is, in his hand. Hello, Torgon. Ursus. My name is Dugan Redhammer, and I'm pleased to meet you both.
Oh, well met. I guess I'm dead then.
Aye, lad, that you are. But I'm here to take you to the Gate of Souls. So, I hope you're ready. Ursus, how do you find yourself?
Been ready the whole time.
Well, I have to say, before we get it going, Torgon, I am very proud of you. You carried the burden of belief that would have crushed a lesser dwarf. And Ursus, the befuddled old wizard Fizban, wanted to be here, but apparently he's busy rearranging furniture in some inn in Abanasinia. I'm not sure he's entirely right in the head, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we've got a long way to go. Do either of you happen to have any dwarven spirits on you?
Sort of a bit surprised, actually, this is still intact. Like, I was burning to death 2 minutes ago.
Hey, dragons will do that. Do you have one?
What?
Did you say you had
Communal
one?
wine, like a little hip flask?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Excelsior. Oh, right. I'll have to tap my own. Takes a big, long pull. Hands it over to Ursus. Would you like a pull, lad?
Can't say that it hurt at this point. Let's give it here.
I think the worst has happened. So I didn't shame reorcs too much with my failure.
No, don't think that way, lad. I think Reorx is very proud of you. So, just sort of out of character, for those who are unfamiliar, Dugan Redhammer is the avatar of Reorx. Of course, characters don't know that. And Fizban the Fabulous is the avatar of the god Paladin. So just a little bit of meta there. Well, before we get off, I wonder, any of you like to gamble? I've got some dice here.
Do you know what? We've gambled quite a bit so far. Maybe my luck will change. Let's do it.
What are the stakes?
Well, only your everlasting soul.
Mine's already pledged.
He was like, well,
Yeah.
in those case, perhaps we should get going. Your ancestor will be waiting for you both. Come on. So you both sort of walk off into interdimensional space. So the rest of the party, it is night. Dawn is breaching the far distant horizon line. And in the distance, as you're traveling away, a little bit frantic and surprised that the dragon nor any of the dragon army from Camp Carrionclay are in pursuit, you're able to easily move quickly through the northern wastes until morning and the day's heat starts unbearably forcing itself down on you. You can feel your skin blistering under this incredible heat wave that you're experiencing. And in the far distance, you see what can only be described as a mirage. It's got to be a mirage. A small pond surrounded by lush grass and tall palms. As you start getting closer and closer to it, you start to see tents with tables covered with food of all sorts. Roast lamb, fruit tarts, jugs of wine and ale. As you draw nearer, the mirage doesn't fade, but rather becomes clearer and more substantial. You see on the far end of the pond 2 funeral pyres ready to be lit, both featuring stone slab at their base featuring a bas-relief of a hammer. Atop the pyres are the melted remains of Torgon and Orsus's corpses. You feel a sense of peace and tranquility. You know that this was divinely placed for you, and it is seen as a refuge of the torment of your recent horrific experiences.
All right, everyone. Let's take some time here just to rest and recuperate while I get on the Fargab. Hopefully, they're not going to send a pursuit party after us.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. And suddenly Dalamar's body appears. He was invisible for a little bit. And he walks up. What are the chances of an oasis being here in the middle of the northern wastes?
That answer would require Ulrich to be here because normally he handles this sort of thing. I don't.
Interesting.
I assume it has something to do with the gods.
Well, I've always believed, after all, I cast magic, but for the rest of you, I pretty much thought you were screwed when that dragon came.
I thought so too. I'm not sure why he didn't come after us. I don't like it.
It is curious, but not as curious as the 2 corpses on funeral pyres. Are you going to light them?
Yeah, I'll do that. He'll take out a torch and work on lighting it.
Okay.
He doesn't feel great about this either because it's like these 2 died under my command. The people keep dying under my command. It's not fun.
Yeah. So Sven, you're there with him. Astrid, you're there with him. Who else is there? Is that it? I think that's it. Because Fynn is with the other companions. Yeah, that's it. It's 3 of you. The sea elf is just sort of like staggering, completely dehydrated, super weak. It sees the food, it sees the wine, and it staggers over the table and starts eating and drinking. For every bite or every piece of food taken off the table, another seems to just sort of materialize in its place. And you all don't feel any semblance of danger, even after, what just happened. And you just feel yourselves sort of healing and rejuvenating. So ostensibly for every hour you stay here, you're going to get 2 hit points back. It's just this sort of magical oasis that's been created just for you due to the sacrifices of your 2 companions. So you light the the funeral pyres?
Yep. Oh, does anyone have anything to say first?
I didn't know them well.
What about you, Sven?
I start to I talk about Torgon and how he had a heart of a lion. He was a great healer. As a paladin, I didn't know, but I'm sure he came from a good family.
Okay, well. Torgen, man of unshakable faith, man of unshakable determination and conviction, faced down death that few had ever seen. In fact, perhaps none had ever seen since the Cataclysm. A dragon, living and breathing like you and I. Yet he faced it down without remorse, without regret. We are lesser for his loss, as is all of Krynn, I would suspect. May he rest in peace in Riork's embrace. Light it.
It just completely ignites like Burning Man or something, this massive bonfire. The strange part is the intense heat isn't actually emanating off it at all. It seems to be entirely contained within the bonfires themselves. As the acid-torn corpses are consumed, you just see the smoke rise straight up, and the heat that you guys have felt of this blistering northern wastes as you descended from Camp Carrionclay's plateau dissipates. And that food and water and wine and ale seems to be calling to you as your friends travel into the thereafter.
Orsus, a proud warrior of Calaman. I didn't know him much, but what I do know are the stories of the men, that the men spoke of him in the camp. He was fearless, brave to a fault, and never shied away from any fight, regardless of who was in danger. Always willing to sacrifice himself to save others. Such a man is larger than life. Some would say greater than life deserves. And I hope whoever he worships welcomes him with open arms for the great rest. Light that.
Just completely ignites, and it just swirls, the smoke swirls up into the sky as if it's being pulled up by some parent lifting its child off the earth itself. As the fires continue to just consume the driftwood that they're built from, and the bodies are entirely consumed within the fire. Is there any way to silence that mic? That's like really loud.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Thanks, man. Dalamar walks up and puts his hand on your shoulder. That was truly beautiful. I'm sure your friends are grateful for the words, the kind words that you gave them. I wonder, is it too early to mention Dreadwolf Cove?
No, not yet. We have someone of great importance to both myself and Darrett with us, and I motion towards the unconscious form of Becklin.
Yes, there is something unfortunate about that.
What do you mean?
Could abandon her and let the desert take her. I assume that fate would have awaited her up in Camp Carrionclay eventually.
No, she's too important for that. Not that I don't appreciate your position. You have a pressing matter to see to in that place, and I will make sure that we get there. But if we just abandon our humanity now, we're nothing more than the same. I'm sorry. We would be the same as the Dragon Army. Just the
Never
way they
having
fight.
humanity myself, I can't say I would miss it. But I understand.
You-
I'm sure there's some fruit over here I could enjoy.
Yes, of course. Everyone eat and rest up. I need to get on the Fargab.
Okay, so you can get on the Fargab. What do you do?
Darrett, this is Arjan.
You just squelch sound, just and then Arjan, where are you? How is everything?
Bad. I have bad news and I have good news. Which ones do you want first?
Well, give me the bad news.
We checked out Camp Carrionclay and we discovered the presence of prisoners there. So we attempted to mount a rescue. Unfortunately, we lost Torgen and Orsus in the attempt.
No.
They had a dragon.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not-
I think I heard you say dragon.
Yes, dragon. Scales as black as midnight. breath that melted people.
Do you mean the Dragonelles that we've seen?
No, this was big. This was mean. This thing had breath that melted steel as easily as skin. This thing was real.
By the light of Paladin, how is that even possible? They haven't been seen in 1,000 years.
They follow Takesis. They're called the Dragon Armies. There's probably some sort of link there.
I assumed it was a worship thing. I didn't... Oh, if it's true, we can't stand up against dragons. If it's true, then I think Torg and Ossus, they were granted death rather than the pain that awaits everyone else. Oh.
You have to keep the men together. We still got a job to do.
I'm not mentioning this to anyone, and I don't think you should either. This is going to demoralize the entire force before we can even face the army.
We got to keep this quiet.
Oh my gosh.
I do have some good news. We rescued 2 of the prisoners.
Oh, that's wonderful.
One of them is Becklin.
I'm sorry,
she's
what?
She's unconscious, but we have her.
Becklin uth Viharin.
Yes.
My mentor, Becklin.
Yes.
She's alive?
Yes, and we're resting right now. But as soon as we're rested up, we're gonna go. We're gonna.
Where are you? I'll come to you. I'll bring the. I'll leave a detachment with the army, and I'll ride out to you now. Where are you?
We are southwest of Camp Carrionclay. About. Oh, hang on. How far are these hexes? Oh, 6 miles.
Each is about 12 feet. Or 12 miles.
12. We're about 12 miles southwest of Camp Carrionclay.
Each is 6 miles. I'm sorry.
Oh, 6. Yeah, we're about 6 miles southwest of Camp Carrionclay.
It's going to take me days to get there.
That's why we're going to try and meet up with you with the army so that they can see us bringing prisoners back.
So just so you know, you guys could travel to them where they are right now on the map. I don't know if you guys can see the map right now.
Yeah.
But you could get to them in a day. It would take them 3 days to get to you.
Yeah, it takes less time for us to get to you. That way all the men can see us successful if beaten.
Becklin's alive.
Yeah,
I can't.
but she's going to need your healers, all right? We can't tend to her out here. It's going to be up to you and whatever men you have to take care of her.
I have our best healer, Algard, on here. I'll have him as soon as we see you in sight. We'll get a camp set up, and oh, this is glorious news. I mean, it's terrible that the cost to retrieve her, but this provides a little bit of hope, a little light in the darkness. Thank you very much. Thank you, Arjan.
Of course. Just double the watch. Okay? Don't tell them what they're looking for, but double the watch.
We'll be done. May Paladin bless your path here.
Yeah, you too. Click.
Okay.
And now I'm going to get some food and something to drink.
Yeah. So you guys are at the camp. Fynn. I'm sorry, I got to get everyone's name in my head here. Kelmaris and Algard. Darrett summons you to the command tent. So a soldier just comes up and to collect you guys and bring you into the command tent. As soon as you all arrive, he's like, gentlemen, please have a seat. We have some news from the front. Our scouts, the heroes who went out, Fynn, your friends, your companions, we lost 2 of them. Torgen and Orsus perished in the attempt at liberating prisoners that the Dragon Army were holding captive in Camp Carrionclay. I don't know if they were able to recover the bodies of the fallen companions, but they did recover 2 of the captives. One of them is, Fynn, you'll remember, my old mentor, Becklin uth Viharin, the Solamnic Knight. She, I don't understand how she could possibly be alive or be here, but this is an opportunity to really boost the morale of the men. I want you all ready as soon as they get in sight to go help them bring everyone back. And I'm going to need Kelmaris, if you could pray to your God for any assistance. Algard, if you could attend to Becklin, I would be in your debts. And
absolutely, Commander, no problem.
if you can rejoin your companions, and we're getting close to battle. So I'm going to have the men run some drills, and this is a really good day. Prepare yourselves, get your equipment together. You're dismissed, gentlemen. Thank you.
Stay back and wait for everyone to leave before I continue talking to him.
Okay. So they all head out, and you're in there with them?
How did they die? Not many people would be strong enough to take those two down. How did they fall?
I agree. But they did infiltrate a dragon army prison camp. You can see he's gnawing at something. Something is on his mind that he's trying to hold back, and he's like, "Look, we've been friends for a long time. You've saved me and all of Vogler and so many from Calaman already. I need to swear you to secrecy. Please don't repeat this to anyone."
My lips are sealed.
They fought a dragon.
A what?
By Takesis's black eyes, a dragon. Astrid said it himself. I asked him, was it a dragonelle, just to confirm, and no, he said it was an actual fantasy, childhood horror stories dragon. That's what killed our friends. If they have dragons...
This changes the game entirely.
It really does. And I don't think we will be successful at all. But I'm willing to face down this threat and do my damnedest to stop them, or at least slow them down. And this is where we need you and your companions more than anything. We have to get into the City of Lost Names, and we have to find out what Lord Soth was looking for, and we have to stop him from retrieving it. Because if we don't, and they have whatever that is with dragons, they will swarm over all of Ansalon, and we will all be slaves or murdered.
Did you say how many they have?
They only saw one. But one dragon, I think, is more than an army of men. How could you even stand up against it? How could you hurt it? They're creatures of myth and legend.
If there's only one, then it could be doable. A lot of lives will be spent, but it can be doable.
Okay, well, you are more optimistic than I.
Well, with that type of news, you can't drown in despair.
No, we will stand up and we will fight, because that is what we have to do. For the sake of everyone in Calaman and arguably everyone on Krynn. If the dragon army is truly this powerful, we have to find whatever Lord Soth is looking for first, so we could use it against them.
What metals do you have at hand? What can you craft into certain arrows?
Well,
because it's not going to be on land, so melee is going to be out of the question.
Well, we definitely have bowyers, and we have a store of weapons. If you need to pick up any arrows or any equipment, we can provide it for you.
Did they say how big it was?
The dragon? No, I didn't ask how big it was. I mean, I can only imagine it. It must be massive. It's a dragon. If fables are true, they're the size of the largest ships that sail the sea. What'd you say?
Have some of your men start building a trebuchet.
Well, we would have to travel with it across the northern waste. That would slow down our traveling. It would be easier to construct something like that once we get to the dragon army itself. It's hard enough traveling just with the troops across this damned wasteland, let alone with large equipment like that. No, I really need you to rejoin your companions, and and help them scout out that City of Lost Names and find out where that army is so we can face them.
Very well.
Okay.
I'll be on my way.
So for everyone traveling through the Northern Waste down south toward Darrett's army encampment, are you guys, is there anything you want to do before you just start traveling?
No, not yet. Probably once we get back to the army, there will be something Arjan wants to do, but you know.
Okay. So we can speed forward with that as you guys spend the rest of the entire next day traveling. You rejoin with Darrett's army. And as soon as you guys are within sight, you hear horns blaring, letting everyone in the camp know about it. And as you guys start approaching, you know, you guys don't have horses or anything, but you're moving quickly. Are you just taking turns carrying Becklin? The sea elf is coming with you, you know, just sort of staggering behind. You're all have a long rest. You're all healed.
Yeah, I assume me and Sven are taking turns doing that.
Okay.
Does that I get my spell slots back?
Yeah, you had a long rest.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely. So as you guys get within sight of the encampment, Arjan, you with the unconscious Becklin's body, Darrett sees you, and you see him in the distance, and he just charges forward until he like comes up within 12 feet of you. He just sort of stops. You can see nerves obviously playing on his mind, and he's just sort of not really sure what to do or how to act. Let me help you with her body.
Of course, yes.
I would have been, if I was told to be ready, I'd be there as well, wouldn't I?
Yes.
Yep, so I'll have rushed up with him to see the casualty.
Okay. So just on visual, she looks like she's heavily dehydrated, sunburnt, you know, just suffering from exposure, but she's clearly unconscious. Her blood pressure is really, really low. She just doesn't look like she's doing very well, you know? I mean, just really, really hurt. Has she come
So I
awake
had some
at all?
of the healers with
No,
me, so
not
like,
at all. She's been out this entire time. Even during the battle when we rescued her, she was unconscious.
so I motioned to some of the healers I brought out with me. I'm like, quick, get some wet rags. Start getting the stretcher. Wet rags just over the forehead, round the neck, arms, just to start trying to bring her temperature down.
Okay. So you guys start slowly with the stretcher, bringing her back toward the encampment. You guys are within the boundaries of Darrett's, not fort, but, you know, the base that they're, you know, so the Maka Field base. And ultimately, like her eyes, as you know, you've been tending to her and sort of taking care of her, her eyes are starting to flutter open, and Darrett like immediately like sort of gets shocked and like kneels down. He's like, Becklin, are you awake? I can't believe, praise be to Paladin, I can't believe you're alive. Please, can you speak? How are you doing?
I just put my hand on his shoulder. Hush, friend. Give her a chance. This is the moment. Her brain will be fogged. Let's bring her out gently and give her a chance to come to. Let's not overwhelm her. This could be almost as shocking as her injuries.
He's like, you know, sort of like thanking you without saying anything, just sort of like awkwardly patting your knee because he doesn't really know what else to do at this moment. He's like completely flustered. He basically grew up with this woman. So.
I get get one of the buckets, water, set it, and just give him a cloth. If you could, please, Commander. If you feel like you want to help, just not too much. We just want to bring her temperature down gently. So if you could just apply some water around the bandages, just keep it nice and moist. Obviously she's responding, so it's looking good. Good signs.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, like this, and he's like doing it, and her eyes are sort of like fluttering, and her eyes start.
Yes, just perfect. Just gently. That's
focus.
Gently. The important thing right now is not to rush things. I know we're all excited, but we're look at positive signs. We've got reaction. So if you, Commander, if you could do that, please, I'd be much appreciated, and I'll try and see what else I can do here. So, should I start looking at spells at this point?
Give me a medicine check real quick.
Right.
So as you're tending to her, she actually pulls her lips apart and she looks up at him, and it seems like her eyes are focusing on him. She's like, is it you? Is it truly you? And Darrett's like looking down like, yes, Becklin. I'm so sorry we couldn't save you. I'm so sorry. We couldn't find you in the battle, and I had no idea what was happening, and I feel like it's my fault. I tried my best, and I feel like I failed you. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad. He just begins openly weeping, begging her for forgiveness, and he leans down to just give her a hug, and almost like lightning, you see from inside her clothes, she pulls out a dagger and jabs it up into his neck. As she yanks the dagger out, blood sprays over all of you in front, and she just starts laughing maniacally. Darrett drops down, eyes wide, falls down on his back as blood is actively pumping out of his neck, trying to stem its flow with his hands. And she's like, "You fools! I have been waiting, sitting in that damn camp in this body!" And she busts out, completely transforms into a Seavac Draconian in front of you.
Axe time.
We're in initiative. Where's that battle scene? Damn it. Here it is. All right, let me pull you guys here. Okay, so we've got everyone in here.
So wrong.
So Fynn, Janek's not here, so I'm just going to move her character off the scene here. But I don't know if you guys can see this. This is your character right here, Kelmaris. Here's yours, Algard. You're probably closer to her. Becklin's character here is gone. This is Darrett, and these are 5 soldiers that he had with him that were just sort of nearby. So if you guys are using D&D Beyond, go ahead and select your character and do your initiative. I'm going to start doing that with everyone else. It's just going to take me a second. Let's see.
We need to save Darrett ASAP.
That's
All right, that's there. Now Darrett. All right. Initiative. First soldier. Initiative. Second. Initiative. Third. Fourth. And fifth. All right. So do you all have your stuff in here? I see Algard, Sven, Arjan, Astrid. Fynn, what did you get? No, Fynn,
23.
23. I see Sven up here, I thought.
I
Yeah.
thought he said 43 for a second, and I was like, what the hell did you do to your initiative?
He takes everybody's
I didn't know
turn first, then has another one.
Harry were allowed in this campaign.
Kelmaris, what was yours? Are you muted?
4.
4? Okay. 4?
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. The sea elf is going to get the hell out of Dodge. She did not sign up for this. She's like, one hell into the next. All right, so I think that's everyone. Astrid, everyone has their initiative in here?
Yep.
You sort it by descending, and first up is Sven. You see the blood spraying out. What do you do?
Kind of like in shock. I'm like, whoa,
Like,
that
what
just happened. You know, as I'm sitting there watching everybody talk. So I see this pop out, and then I immediately go into rage. And then I'm going to position myself. Come on, you. I'm trying to turn it. Oh, there it is. Here, and I am going to attack.
Okay.
Would that give me advantage?
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, hold on. Because Darrett's on his back, he's not actively fighting. This square right here would give you advantage.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because Algard's on the other side of him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll do that then.
Okay.
All right, I pull out my axe, and now I'm just gonna start whacking on this thing.
Mother.
Yep. Take it. The first swing, I got a 21. Does that
21
hit?
hits, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll for the second swing here.
I never planned to live out this, but I'm just glad to have killed your commander. The second
18
attack
hit?
hits, yes.
All right. So it's 12 plus this roll. Let's see here, never mind. So that's shit. I'm so bad today. So I got 15 plus the rage. That's 17,
Yeah, that's what I'm showing on here.
and then 17 on top of this roll, and 12, so 29.
Nice. So you hack into him twice. He just screams, "Ah! Ah! God, dwarf! That case has cost you!" Anything else you want to do?
That's it. I just look at him and laugh.
Okay. Fynn, you're up, man.
I am going to. I'm going to back up one.
Okay.
And use my bow. My mic on? My mic's on. Does a 20 and a 17 hit?
Yes and yes.
Sweet.
Guess you just pile in on him. You son of a bitch! You're gonna pay for that! Treachery!
19 damage.
Okay, I gotta do math now. That's... is that 48? Yeah. Okay, damn, dude. So 2 arrows just go right into his back. He screams out, "Ah! I'm gonna kill all of you! You're all gonna die today!" Is there anything else you wanted to do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
And what does that do?
Hunter's Mark. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your cord. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Okay.
And you have advantage on any wisdom. I should have done that at the beginning, but
okay.
I realized that after. I kind of forgot I had that.
It's all good.
But
All right, so you see
better late
this.
than never.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
That is everything.
Okay. So this soldier grabs Darrett and starts pulling him back. And this CVAC gets a opportunity attack on him. So an 11 misses him. So it bounces off his sort of pauldron on his shoulder as he's pulling him back. And the soldier's crying out, "Get the cleric in here! I need help now!" As the blood is actively pumping out with his each heartbeat. He's like trying his best to put his hand, his glove mailed hand, onto the neck, and just the blood is sort of pooling and leaking out of all of it, leaving this massive, disgusting trail behind him. This second knight steps in front of him to sort of block any entrance, and he slices at the CVAC himself. 2 longsword attacks. One of them, the first one is parried off by the Draconian. The second one lands home. That's 6 damage. Come on, you. Why aren't you there? So that's how many hit points does this guy got? Okay, so this CVAC is bloody. He is like leaning down. He is like really, really hurt at this point. Astrid, you are up.
Okay. I am gonna step back a little bit.
A little too close.
3. And then I will cast Chill Touch on him.
What's the range on
skeleton.
this?
120 feet.
Woof. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big long range. Does a 21 hit?
Armor class? Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a
And then, so
save or anything?
it's just a to hit. It's a spell attack.
Gotcha.
So it's 10 necrotic damage, and I believe that keeps him from healing until the start of his next turn. Yeah, he can't. He cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh, nice.
I don't think he.
In this particular case, that is enough to push him over and kill him. You see that he drops to the ground, and this ghostly image of you, Astrid, sprouts up in its place and just starts screaming, just "Ah!" And everyone within 10 feet, I need to make a saving throw versus wisdom. So that's going to be Algard, the two soldiers, well, all these soldiers, Sven, Arjan. Just go ahead and give me a dexterity or wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
I keep getting the final blow on these CVACs.
18.
Yeah. Well, after Fynn and Sven, I mean, it could have been.
My dice rolls are back just when I needed them.
Nice. So anything over a 14 saves. Those who are not are frightened for 1 full minute. So that means that you have to like get away from this terrifying image, out of sight as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, as this draconian dies, the the knights are immediately like turning and hold on, let me see if he made it or not. Wisdom, yeah, he did. So he's focusing, like trying, like screaming out, "I don't know what to do! I don't know what to do!" As blood is like splattering up at the top of the thing. You see like the life actively leaving Darrett. And they like lean over, looking at you, Algard, like, "What are you doing? Get over here! We need your help!" Kelmaris, what are you doing? I know Algard's frightened, so he can't sort of bring himself to focus. But what are you doing, Kelmaris?
Is that direction away from the site?
Yeah, so it basically just
I
means you
would be
can't
running
move
away
closer.
from the vision if I
Yeah,
ran
so you
towards
could
the
move
guards.
like into that tent space right there.
That sounds good to me, but I can't do it yet.
So,
I mean,
I'm
we're
gonna
out of
run over.
initiative, so I mean.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
dashed over.
Yep, I'm gonna run over and lay on hands,
Yeah,
just to heal him up.
just pump it all into him.
Yeah,
Yep.
for real. That's
I'm just gonna blow all 40 hit points.
okay. So you guys, with your combined attention, are able to stem the flow of blood, heal him up through your pacts with your gods, and the sort of divine power that you're able to pull down and harness. And ultimately, the blood stops leaking out, but he looks really worse for the wear, and he's just completely unconscious as well.
Crap.
So, what you
What
got?
evil is this?
Is he alive?
He is definitely alive, yeah.
Thought I lost another one.
Pretty goddamn dirty of me, right?
Did anyone know that they could do that?
We've seen it before. I just didn't think. Okay.
Is there a way to detect when they're disguised like that?
Clearly not. Otherwise, we would have spotted it by now. We've only been carrying that thing for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is magic, so if anyone did a detect magic on him, they would have seen something. But
I was gonna cast it at that oasis, and I didn't.
yeah, I was worried I was going to give it away by Dalamar.
I was gonna cast it at that oasis, but you made the oasis seem too safe, and I'm like, I don't really need to detect magic on the food.
The food was great.
Yeah,
that's fine.
dirty.
That's not in the module, everyone.
It's nice to know what it's like to be on the other side of that. It gives me some sympathy for my players.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and find where that water that sea elf went.
You can find him. He's hiding behind a bunch of the other tents in the encampment. Terrifying.
It's dead. We killed it.
Oh, okay. And you see Yurkal come out, the priestess that you guys had saved earlier, and she like runs up and meet him, and they have this sort of moment amongst each other, as at least there's one happy reunion in this sort of horrid northern waste.
Listen, and I need to tell you both this. Where we're going deeper into danger. I can give you the general direction of where your people are, but it's dangerous out there. So the safety will be more immediate if you stay with us, but just know that we're going to be heading towards more danger as the weeks go on.
I think
So-
we will take our chances getting back to our own kind. Thank you so very much. And the
Do either of
priestess,
you
like,
do
gives
either
a
of you
big
know
hug.
how? Oh yeah, I'll give her a hug. Do either of you know how to use a weapon?
Yes, of course. We're not as adept as you are, but we can deal with it.
Here, take out one of the short swords we got from the dragon army, and I'll hand it to her.
Okay.
I'll also, before they leave, I would like to cast Longstrider on them at 2nd level, which will increase their speed by 10 feet for an hour.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Give them some help.
Yeah, that's great. All right. So with the chaos in the camp, which has just grown exponentially since that brief moment just a moment ago, guards are coming out and swarming around the command tent. The other commanders are coming out to sort of see what the hell is going on. You see Cudgel Iron Smile coming out. The dwarf has been sort of running things here at Becklin's stay. I'm sorry, at Darrett's request. You see, what is the name of that stupid gnome? Tickle Fist or what?
No, you literally said her name. Stupid gnome. That is her name.
All right, now I can't remember her name. Anyway, she's there as well. Why can't I remember?
Rukel Dust.
Rukel Dust, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My favorite character so far.
So she's great. So Rukel Dust comes out and she's like completely freaking out, sort of standing behind the Paladin and the Cleric and all of their medic attendants as they're sort of looking over at Darrett and sort of like weaving in and out of the guards and trying to see all the madness that's happening. But the camp itself, like rumors are immediately starting to fly all around camp.
We ain't having this. Arjan steps on top of a crate and literally yells out to everyone, "Men, to your posts! We are still in a war zone."
Can I get a persuasion check, please?
Oh Jesus! You're asking me the impossible.
You're the one that stepped
Can
up.
That's the one.
I'm going to
use-
cast Beacon of Hope
Okay, what does that do?
on Arjan.
What does that do?
The spell bestows hope and vitality to any number of creatures within range. Hold on. Oh, it's a combat thing. Sorry, my apologies. That's wrong.
No worries.
I was gonna
try and give a bit of presence there.
Right.
And
I was gonna
get
ask
calm
if I
without-
could I do like a minor illusion to make like a loud like horn kind of sound or something just to get everybody focused directly on him, maybe help him out. I don't know if
Yeah, I mean that's not going to help him persuade people, but it'll help get the attention of people for sure.
yeah, at the very least.
So you guys hear this massive horn just break through the cacophony of voices in the encampment.
Our leader is being tended to. You must resume your posts before more show up.
I assist Arjan.
Okay, so that means you have advantage as he gets up and he starts like speaking with you and sort of bouncing off of each other.
Exact same number.
So as a lieutenant in the army, I also stand up and I mirror what he's saying.
There we go.
Hey, come on, settle it down.
All right, give me a precision check, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Let's see here. Persuasion, ABC. That one. Oh my! Wow.
See, that's what happens when you get a Rupert instead
So
of
you have
some NCO
advantage
giving
because
orders.
you're a lieutenant. So go ahead and give me another roll and see if it's any better.
Good grief! It couldn't be worse than it. Oh, it was almost. Let's get all these bad rolls out now. Let's get them out.
What's going on? All right, so you guys are doing your best. Cudgel Iron Smell comes standing up. Listen up, everyone! Calm down! Everyone, get on here! Bring it in! Bring it on in! Get a little closer! He's like, Rukel Dust, stop messing with them! Come on up here! And everyone starts to like gather around. Now listen, we're in a position of heightened intensity right now. I understand everyone's a little bit worried, but Darrett is going to be fine. We have our best healers on the job. these gentlemen, these heroes who have been out scouting for us, are able to provide us with the safest route to the dragon army, which we are still going to be facing, whether Derek makes it or not, which he is. So just focus on the jobs, focus on what you have to do, and not the rumor mill. Now get back to your posts. And everyone's just like, oh, all right. And everyone just sort of moves on about their business, and she like turns back to you. Thank you all very much for stepping in on that. That could have spread and gone really poorly, really quick.
Yeah. You're the one with experience, though, and I appreciate it, Cudgel.
That's what I'm here for. It's not my sunny disposition.
Yeah, we're going to need you to keep these men in line until Darrett's back on his feet.
Look, the reality is we are prepared to go on if the worst happens. No matter which one of us commanders falls, and some of us will fall in the coming battle, we still are able to step up. That's why we have a chain of command, and we are going to be successful. Do you understand that? You have to be successful in finding out where that dragon army encampment is and finding our way inside of that lost name city of pipe dreams that we're looking for.
It sure sounds like pipe dreams at this point. All right. Let's take a bit to unwind, and then we'll head out again.
Okay. So Darrett is on the mend throughout the rest of the evening. Were you planning on heading out before the next day?
No. We'll spend the night here.
Okay. So by the next day, Darrett is doing infinitely better.
Okay. Point of order, though.
Yeah.
During the night, Arjan's gonna find somewhere that's a little secluded. He's gonna look for the constellation of the dragon in the night sky.
Okay. You are unable to find the constellation of the dragon in the sky.
Oh, because it's overcast.
No, it's a clear night sky, but there are literal holes in this constellations where both Paladin and Takesis should be. Like, the stars are missing from the sky.
What the absolute hell? Like,
yeah.
Now the stars are going missing.
Rugel dust!
Right. Okay.
What'd you do with the stars?
Whatever. And he pulls out his axe and he takes a knee.
Wow.
Ulrich's never going to let me hear the end of this. Paladin. I have never prayed to you before. I haven't the tongue for it. I'm not sure if you or anyone will remember if we were good men, or evil, or anything. Or if we were more than just specks of dust on the wind. Why we fought, why we died. All that matters is that we few stand against so many. Courage and valor pleases you. So grant me this one request. Grant me this revenge against the dragon army for all they've taken from us. And if you do not listen, then to hell with you. And he'll go back to his tent after that.
You feel a light desert breeze go past you as the temperature has dropped dramatically in the night in the desert. And you just sort of feel as hollow as you did before as you go back to your tent.
Dude, I'm trying to get every advantage I can here.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Anyone else? Is that good?
Yeah,
okay. So the night passes on. Derek is improving, and under the watchful eye of the medical assistants, I'm sorry, I'll remember names. Algard, your assistants, he'll be able to watch. Derek did ask you guys to help with the heroes, and so it was sort of implied that you would go with, but he's not here conscious to say anything, so it's kind of up to you how you want to navigate that.
I'd be happier if he had regained consciousness.
Yeah.
But he obviously hasn't, so I'm kind of stuck here to stay with him.
Okay.
Because unless he's regained consciousness, I'm not in good faith going to leave him.
Right.
Particularly when I put him in harm's way by having him tend to the thing.
Right.
Because I didn't cast my own spells, so I sort of feel responsible.
Okay. So it'll be...
Which screws the plot up, but it's kind of...
No, I understand it for sure. Early morning, when is everyone going to be heading out?
Probably for once there's enough light to travel by, and then we'll go.
So right now you have Sven, Fynn, Astrid, and yourself.
Okay.
And that's it for whatever you guys are trying to do next. Dalamar has been here the whole time, but he's been sort of he's like standing away from the entire encampment. He's sort of making his own little way here. He's just sort of waiting for you guys to leave again.
Yeah. We'll talk to the. Would I even know to talk to the head cleric to try and persuade him to come with us?
Well, you don't have any healers at all, so you would have to talk to someone in command to see if you can requisition a soldier or something.
I will talk to Kelmaris is the healer, right?
Paladin.
Algar.
Kelmaris.
Algard.
Algard. Okay. Well, first I'll talk to Kelmaris and thank him very much for his help the other day. Would you be willing to go with us? Our team's a little light.
Yeah, we actually we're waiting for you to get back to been instructed to join your party and accompany you with the loss of the two in your party. But I just wanted to let you know you guys don't have to bring death back to the camp every time you come back. Like, you're allowed just normally, and I get it. You're staring at my beard. It's fine. It's fine. I get my facial hair from my mother's side, so it grows in very well. But yeah, me and I forget his name. Algard had been instructed to go with you by the commander before somebody brought in death. Let's go get him.
I get it. I'm cursed. Thank you. Okay, let's go talk to Algard then.
Okay.
Or Algard.
So you guys walk into the medical tent?
Which one's Algard here?
That one.
Yeah, that's me. I'm actually over.
Oh, Algard, thank you very much for your help yesterday and in tending to Darrett. Darrett's a good friend of mine.
It was my fault. I should have seen that. I put him in front of that thing.
We're not here to cast or accept blame right now. We got time for that later.
But he's still not conscious.
The others have things well in hand. He's no longer bleeding. The rest of the people here know what to do in order to nurse him back to health. I was informed that you were instructed to assist us.
That's correct. Obviously, my kit's packed, ready to go. I just and I sort of gestured towards Algard, and I'm like, can't leave him, man. I can't leave him like this. At least if he opened his eyes, I'd know he's not going to relapse.
Your attendants look up. You're like, we've got it from here, Algard. He's going to live. He's going to be fine.
Think of it this way: the man just survived a knife stab to the neck. That's an accomplishment.
I'm sorry if I put my hand on my attention, or I'm not disrespecting you. I know we have saved many lives together. You are exemplary. I don't want to leave you in the lurch. Obviously, you know how this works.
I understand completely, and the choice is ultimately up to you. But we will have need of.
Well, the reality is it's not up to him. He's a soldier in the military, so it's up to his superiors.
Which I'm not right now.
Right.
Technically, I'm not.
So we need to make sure that you do understand that side of it, Algard. Is that you were
understandably, but the commander will give you orders completely unconscious, and it's a duty of care thing. No, I look at the attendants off there. Their hand, I realize I might be slightly disrespecting them, my team, and I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm foolish. My own pride is getting in the way here, my own guilt. I'll carry on with the mission. Obviously, good luck. You don't need it. Obviously, you know your craft well. Couldn't ask for better.
Thank you. We do have it under control. He will be fine.
I guess we'll get moving in. Like I said, my kit's packed. Just need to grab it.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're on our way.
We'll be heading out real soon in the next few minutes.
All right. Fynn, are you all ready to go?
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna go.
Keep getting his.
I'm gonna
his
grab
name.
a few arrows.
Okay, you can fill up on arrows. That's not a problem. And everyone, if you guys are missing anything, like you're missing rope or torches or whatever, they can provide you with that basic equipment without any problem.
Is Astrid with us, or?
Yeah.
So we're
Well,
going
okay.
to
yeah. Yeah, I'd probably be either. I mean, I'd be heading to meet up with you guys at some
Okay.
point soon because I know we're heading out pretty early.
I'm also.
All right. Then that's everyone, I think.
Okay. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What's up?
We're going to go straight for Dreadwolf Cave this time. We're
Oh,
not
really?
making any detours. Well, we did make a promise to him.
So that's 1 day. So it'll take you a day and a half at your guys' pace to be able to get there.
Okay.
And even with Darrett wounded, the cudgel is forcing the encampment to continue to travel. So as you guys are getting ready and actively moving out, she's mustering the camp, making sure everyone's eaten, and everyone's packing up so they can continue in that northwesterly direction that you guys told them was the location of the City of Lost Names. It's just going to take them so long, and they can't continue to wait. So they're just going to,
Right, yeah.
no matter what, they're going to keep moving out. So the first day that you guys go through on the northern wastes, that was weird. Where's my chart here? So the wash is still low as it was before. And as you guys are moving through there, you don't see any real wildlife. You don't see any Dragon Army patrols. And you get within sight of Dreadwolf. I have it listed here as cave, but it's actually Cove. Just a typo.
Okay.
Let me fix that really quick because it's going to drive me insane. Dreadwolf Cove, and Dalamar is clearly anxious. He's sort of walking in front of everyone else. This is wonderful. We're almost there, everyone. It's really nice to have some new faces. The last ones died by a dragon, right?
Dalamar, not now.
Well,
Excuse me? Hey, what?
Dragon?
We will talk about that later.
Dalamar
Seems
sort
like
of
a-
smiles to himself and continues walking along.
Seems kind of important. Seems like a now thing, not a later thing. Like
Arjan will snap his fingers and gesture towards both Sven and who was and Astrid and Fynn, and wave them closer and just be like, I didn't see any patrols on our way here. Did any of you?
No.
I don't like,
Not
I
from
don't
what
like
I've
this.
seen.
Normally when you attack a camp, it goes into a whole tizzy for at least a week.
My guess would be that perhaps they knew you had the spy, the assassin, and they were letting you get away.
It's possible. Or they just
Possible, yeah.
see us as a threat since they have dragons.
What disturbs me the most is that they knew exactly who to masquerade as. So we need to keep, let's stay sharp. And we'll head on over into the cove. See
Okay.
what's in there.
All right,
Hope it's
let
not more death.
Nah. In this game?
So-
Nah.
So while we're walking, I sort of motion to Kel. Well, old friend, looks like we're out traveling. Strange times, eh?
they said dragon. I just
Yes, I heard that. Are you familiar with this group? Are they, okay upstairs?
it's just dragon. It's fine. It's fine. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. That's I'm glad you're here. Gonna need a dragon healer. Gonna need a healer. This is great.
Yeah.
It's good.
Orders are orders, but just when stuff goes down, heal me first.
As always, and you drag me out of the mire. Yeah, I'm just wondering if this group's entirely stable. Like they're talking some strange things, and don't know what you read on them, buddy.
I mean, you guys were told stories about dragons as little children, and it's akin to like goblins taking you away if you don't eat your dinner or something. It's like fairy tales that you were always told, but no one believed in it.
The will-o'-the-wisps will kill you if you don't come in when sundown.
Exactly.
The Kelpies will grab you if you go to the coast,
Yep.
and the full moon, all that good stuff. Yeah, but we've kind of just joined a party. It's ranting and raving. It's like, what have we got into here?
Yeah.
We've kind of been ranting and raving this entire campaign, to be honest.
Yeah, but don't forget we've been in camp. We're just encountering us.
Yeah. Welcome.
That's fair.
All right. So you guys start to approach the ocean side, and there seems to be a path that switchbacks down to the water level. And Dalamar is sort of stops at the top of the switchbacks and looks back at you guys. The fresh scent of the ocean is sort of washing, and it's just this bright, sunny afternoon that you guys find yourself here, and the light is just sort of cascading off the water, almost blinding. You have to sort of close your eyes a little bit. And from deep down below, he sort of like leans over and like points down. It appears there is mist emanating from the mountainside down here. Perhaps this is the cove we've been searching for. Let us find out. And he immediately like grabs his robes about his waist and he starts going down the switchbacks.
All right, everyone. Be on the lookout for trouble, because I'm pretty certain trouble's going to find us.
What kind of defeatist attitude is that?
I don't know. I had to vomit up a freaking abomination from my stomach.
Right. So I think I should have everyone's characters on the screen here that you're seeing here. So as you go down the switchbacks, you have to walk through the sort of shallow end, and there's some rocks on the back end of it that sort of act as a wave break to sort of allow this cove. Oh, thanks for including him. Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good.
How did I miss Arjan? And then ultimately, Dalamar is right there in front of all of you, just sort of excitedly. This is all obscured through a sort of a lightly obscured fog, and so you can't really see into the cove itself. But Dalamar is just sort of standing there. He's like, well, I suppose we should go inside and take a look. And he whispers words of silvery tongued magic, and he just disappears. All you see is the waves of the water around his body as he sort of walks toward the shore. And he's like moving over against the wall to get on shore quicker. So you guys are here. It's all completely obscured inside of the cove. You don't really see anything inside. I don't have a nighttime version of the map, so you can't really see how dark it would normally be, but just pretend it's dark. What do you do? Where do you go? Where do you go? Yeah, close your eyes and tell me where you go.
Lighting a torch and kind of go to the shore and start exploring, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth.
Interesting. All right, give me a stealth check.
I'm gonna follow his lead on the stealth.
All right, give me a check. Nice. What'd you get, Fynn?
10.
Okay. So you guys are sloshing through water, so it's a little hard to be super stealthy, but you do have that fog obscuring you, which actually helps a lot. Anyone else, just let me know where on the shore you want to move.
I'll go over next to, is that Dalamar there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll go beside him, seeing he...
I'll follow
So
those
you actually
two.
don't see him. He's invisible, but you did see where he went.
Yeah, so I'll kind of walk over this direction.
Okay.
Then.
I'd also like to, I guess before I start walking, since I do have it prepared, cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Which is concentration 10 minutes.
10 minutes. And the distance? 30 feet.
Yep.
So you actually see where Dalamar is supposed to be. I think that is triggered by Detect Magic too. So you see the outline of his body, but you don't see him. and you don't see anything other than people's property on their body, sort of glimmering a little bit to you.
I'll just over to the side where they are.
I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good. That's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So what's can you give me a definition of that real quick?
Yeah, so for the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located.
Okay.
Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
Can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So basically anything like substantial barrier will block it, but...
All right. So where you are right now, you don't detect anything. It all looks good. So as you guys are progressing further into this darkness, I need a perception check from everyone, please.
Perception. That would be that one.
Whoa, nice.
22.
Natural 20.
That was a natural 20.
That's awesome. 17, 22. What'd you get, Fynn?
Did I just get a
17.
6?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What'd you get, Fynn?
I'm too busy casting a spell.
25.
25.
17.
Jeez. 17 for Sven. Okay. So here's what happens. You guys are sort of moving into this fog of cloud, and immediately, not Kelmaris, Algard. Yeah, Algard, you see this evil entity enter your perimeter as, let me show you here. This wolf-looking version of a creature you have fought before once in the Shadowfell comes charging out.
Watch out!
Anyone who didn't roll on their perception 16 or higher is surprised, so you don't get to act this first initial round, but everyone else can. So this is charging down toward Astrid and Algard. And let's get some initiatives going here.
My chest is having phantom pains.
14.
Just
Oh, no.
looking at it.
Yeah, you remember. You remember all too well.
Oh dear word.
I remember you.
This thing was a damn nightmare. There's no tower though that you can throw you off, so there's that.
There's no tower that we can throw it off.
That's true. Yeah.
I forgot to click on myself. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, me too, actually. So let's do this.
I'm just so engrossed in the spell I was casting, like I just nothing else is matter right now, and
Fynn
can't
got
act.
22. Sven got a 19. What? Not 193. 19. Come on now. Did that work? Why did that? All right. 1, 9. And then Dalamar, what do you got? Where's Dalamar? Right here.
It's the legendary black beast of
Oh, natural 20. Nice. So Dalamar got a 22. And is that everyone?
At least somebody on this side of the table gets to do something.
Yeah,
We're all
for
like,
real.
All
right, so remember, if you didn't roll over 16, I think I said, then you cannot act this first turn. You're just surprised. Dalamar is going to withdraw 5, 10, drop his, what is it called? His invisibility and cast Cone of Cold. You see this wisping fucking frost cone blast out and smack this Ankylux right in the face. So let's see. It's just an action. There's no save. Roll to hit, I suppose. What do you use to hit on a spell? You just
Cone of Cold, I thought, was AoE Constitution save.
Last, I'm not seeing a effect.
Hold on, let me see if I can
Attack
find
is
it.
con save. So yeah, it's just AoE 60
Yeah.
feet. So that's going to hit the three of you. So he's not going to do that there. It's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. He'll go here and then cast it out.
Thank you.
Just so you guys don't have to suffer. Con save.
Yeah, I'd like to have this character for more than 20 minutes, please.
I'm not making any promises. All right, 39. Nice. So he blasted. This Anglock sort of like reels back, just freaking out. Bones are like jutting out of its body. Its rib cage is like hollow and sort of clacking like nails. Just disgusting. I believe he's angry now, everyone. Get him. Fynn, did you roll above a 16?
I rolled a 25.
All right, attack. Do your thing. What are you
That's your
doing?
plan.
Okay.
Get him. Oh,
Get
great.
him.
Get him!
Get her.
7, 10, 15, 5, 30, 35, 40. I'll move right there. Let me rotate my character. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on that fiend,
Is there a...
which my character thought
No, you got it this
the
time.
range of Hunter's Mark is 60 or 90 feet.
No, you're good. So just keep in mind, this is lightly obscured, so it's a little bit more challenging to see in here.
Isn't there a torch over here?
It's going to be bound.
Or
It's
that
like
was
in
lit.
fog, you know, like it's going to be, for where you are, it's going to be this blur light that you can barely even see. But
Would it
anyway,
still
it's just
be
it's
enough
dim
to
light, patchy
illuminate
fog, or moderate
this?
foliage. It just gives you a disadvantage on wisdom checks that rely on sight. It doesn't affect your attack or anything.
Wait. Well, like per usual, I'm going to shoot 2 arrows.
All right,
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
that'll hit. Nice.
Does that double the Hunter's Mark damage too?
No, usually it's just a physical weapon.
It's just the Hunter's Mark is kind of like... So for the first hit, that is going to be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. For the first arrow, that is 18 damage.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit.
An 18 does hit. So it like hits into like the little gristly, meaty part between bones, and you hear it sort of cry out a little bit, but it's still focused on this robe-wearing wizard in the middle of the water.
Second arrow is 12 damage.
What was that?
The second arrow is 12 damage.
What did you roll to hit?
I rolled 18
Okay.
on the second arrow.
So 12. 67.
That will be my turn.
Okay, nice. Arjan, did you roll above 16?
Yeah, I got 20.
All right. It's your turn.
All right, here we go.
So you can barely make out this large form on the other side, but you did see this massive blast of sort of this cone of cold break apart the fog briefly as it blasted this big monstrosity that looks frighteningly familiar to something you faced before.
No, not you again.
It's not the same one.
Can I tell the difference?
This one looks more like a wolf, so it does look different.
Oh. Well, we're still going to kill this thing. Okay, so I'm going to dash around the water
Okay.
to get into melee with it. And then can I see... Actually, she just needs to hear me. We're going to call out to Astrid. And I'm just going to give her some temporary hit points as I order her. Hey, go all out on this thing.
Thank you.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is. And you're going to get 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I actually have an insane amount of hit points for a wizard. For some reason, I always roll really good on hit points.
That'll be my turn.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I had to dash to get around the water.
Gotcha. All right. Sven, did you get above a 16?
I did. I got a 19.
All right. What do you want to do?
What was it that we had to roll again? I'm sorry.
A 16 on your perception to not be surprised.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I rolled a 17.
You're good.
Okay. Let's see here. I am going to turn. Is this difficult terrain or anything going through this water, or?
It's actually shallow enough that it's not going to be considered difficult.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to move 35 and attack. It's 5, 10, 15.
Just charging. Did you rage or not?
Yes, I will for part of my bonus. Let's try and count this out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can't get
Let me
there.
square him up so you can see where he is.
Yeah.
But you can shout at it angrily.
Yes, you could do that.
You got a hand axe you can throw at him, or
I got a javelin. I can toss.
There you go. That's something.
I'll throw the javelin. Throwing.
Look at you getting all fancy.
I don't think I hit it.
It
11?
flies over its head and sticks into the rock wall.
Stick to what you know, mate. Stick to what you know.
All
Bludgeon and brute force. That's fancy throwing things, just not it.
That is my turn.
I
right.
love how you changed the syllable on javelin, though, dude. That was pretty funny.
All right. 1, 2. It's going to be Colin. 3, 4. It's going to be Astrid. I'll remember. Adgard, his name in a second. What the hell did I just roll?
Rolled 2d4.
Yeah, you rolled 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be Algard that this thing attacks. Algard, I'm sorry to say, it has 2 attacks, and its rib cage opens up to enclose and pierce you with its bone ribs as well. So the first one, what's your armor class?
Say what?
1, 2, 3. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 10.
So it moves forward with a big clawed slash at you. You like, whoa! You like move to the side. He catches you with another claw going the opposite way. You take 17 damage from that claw. And then his chest literally opens up, pierces into your skin, and draws you into it. That gives you 23. Let me get my glasses, damn it. 23 damage, and you are now grappled inside of this thing's body.
Yes, hostage.
Okay, so that is its turn, and it is just like snarling, insane. This is a wild aberration from another plane of existence. Astrid, did you roll high enough not to be surprised?
I rolled a 22.
All right.
I say, ouch.
Sorry.
Like, is this what I signed up for? Sweet hell.
So I am going to, for my main action, as a cantrip, cast Shocking Grasp, which is a melee attack roll.
Hold on about it. Is this going to hit me
Is
too?
it AE?
It's a 17 hit. It shouldn't hit you.
I'm excited. I'm like,
It's
what
not
the
like-
hell is
No
this?
metal.
Mystical, help me.
What, Astrid?
Quiet, you. I'm sorry.
What'd you get? What'd you do?
I rolled a 17.
To hit? That hits.
Can you shut up, cat? Stop. Be quiet.
Oh, we lost our wizard. Another cat.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, there's just I could not hear you over that cat. 11
lightning. All right.
And then I will use my bonus
Now,
action.
does that say it's a direct to hit, or is it an AOE, or what?
It's a 2-hit.
Okay.
It's just a
Also
direct.
standing in water.
I grab it with and it's kind of like a joy buzzer.
No, it works. You like reach out, just and it's just like sort of squeezes a little bit more on the cleric a bit.
And on a successful hit, it cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
What are you doing, you mad woman?
So that should actually just let me move away from it without being opportunity attacked.
Without a reaction, that's right.
So I will move, let's see, 30 feet there. I'm just going to take my full move. I think that was...
Well, that's yeah, that'd be really funny, Fynn, if it did like spread out into the water. Everyone gets a little taste.
Everybody just takes some damage. Good job.
Like, what did you do?
Kale's beard gets ruined. Just
All right,
goes-
Kelmaris, did you roll high enough?
Doesn't let me change my face.
No.
Okay, so you're just like shocked. You're like, oh my, what is this? I mean, you've literally never seen anything like this before. Algard, this is you're at the bottom of the thing. You are grappled at this moment, and what that means is, what does that mean? It means that your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Let's see. It ends if the effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappling effect. I mean, it just says you can't move. That's it.
So effectively, I'm trapped inside a
grapple.
cage
It's still
inside this thing.
technically like attack it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I should have grabbed him and dimension doored. I'm sorry, man. I could have gotten you out of there.
That's pretty messed up. All right, so you can
I could have
attack.
sneaked into the other camp
some
as well
crazy
last
reason?
game, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have had to have died.
Mm.
But no, that's too hard. Yeah.
I couldn't get to you. Okay.
All right, what are you gonna do in there?
I'm gonna bash the inside and scream and go, what the hell is this?
Okay, roll to hit. Believe it or not, you still have to roll to hit, even
Is
when
grapple disadvantage?
it actually doesn't say that. It would make sense to me, but it doesn't say
Yeah,
that.
the grappled condition almost does nothing.
It just means you can't move
hmm
away.
It's just I'm holding you right here, and that's
Yeah.
all it does, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm just flailing in here.
So, 9.
Yeah.
Well, that was unarmed. Do you have your weapon?
Yeah, but can I use my weapon?
Yeah, you
That's what
actually
you said.
could.
You've got me grappled, so can I
Yeah,
actually...
the grapple rules in 5th edition are very permissive, to be honest.
You can if you want. If you don't want to, for role-playing sake,
Well,
that's fine too.
Obviously, I'd like to. I'd like to smash out of this thing, out of the ribcage. I don't want to spend my time inside this monster.
Well,
But I'm trying to play now. Right,
Yeah.
okay. So let's try that again, shall we? Where's my mace?
Oh, here it is. So grappled creatures are restrained. A restrained creature's speed is 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So yeah, you do have disadvantage, but it's not from the grapple, it's from the restraint. So you just roll twice, take the lower to hit roll.
Okay. I have my mace selected now.
All right.
Sorry, though.
No.
So that's the one. And then that's the second one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You're like so tight in here. You're like trying to hit it with your mace, and you're just unable to get a really good hit. You're just clanging off of the bone rib cage.
What is this madness?
Yeah. That's what the madness is in chat. All right, so Dalamar at the top of the round. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I think he's got a... What's his
I'm
move?
a cup of coffee. Back in a sec.
His move is 40. He can go much further. 10, 15, 20. Okay, so he just like moves into the mist away from all of you. Fynn, you're up.
All right.
No. Fynn.
Oh.
With an F. All these A names and Fynn and Sven so close together. You guys need to choose different
You're
names.
muted.
I'll get it right these days.
Your mic's muted. If you don't know if you know that.
Oh no, my roommate is currently on the phone. That's why it's muted.
I just wanted to make sure.
Zero like age,
Move there so that there's no one impeding my arrow.
Mhm.
But once again, I'm fairly certain a 12 does not hit.
Nope. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, no, that does not hit.
How much will get up?
Well, you don't know.
does
There's a
24
black
hit?
dragon right behind you. No, I'm just kidding.
What was that?
The second one.
24 hit.
What was that to hit?
24.
24 definitely
24.
hits.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. And with Hunter's Mark, 16 damage.
Okay.
I just
And
sometimes you just got to be like, oh, it's not. I'm kidding. It's not a black dragon. It's green.
Yeah. Psych. Anything else you can do on your turn, Fynn?
that is all I can do.
Okay. Arjan, you're up.
Oh.
All right. We're gonna move because I could probably see Sven moving, so we're gonna casually make my movements around it in order to give him flanking when he goes, and then we're going to use the axe to attack. All right. Yeah! Die, you
He's
damn
taking an
thing!
insane amount of damage already.
Wow. 13 and 13.
You're like clattering off of like the bones, and he's like moving, just sort of bumping the flat of the blade away from it, and you're missing it.
All right. Action surge. We're doing it again. Wow, really? 13
What
again.
the hell?
And oh, that makes up for it. That's a natural 20.
Nice. Nicely done. So you finally land, you just you hear bone crunching and breaking and snapping as you just bury it into him.
So that's that damage. And then we're going to go ahead and do goading attack.
Algard on the inside, you see the axe break through and like right in front of you. So that was the damage. What? 13?
So hang on. 13, 20, 22 total damage.
Okay.
And I need a wisdom save from it. DC should still be 16. Yeah, DC 16.
Oof. Okay. DC 16. It's wisdom, you said?
Yep, wisdom.
18.
Oh, got it, 18. Okay, no other effect then.
Okay. Nicely done, by the way. He's like screaming. It's clearly turning and looking at you. Sven, you're up. I cannot hear you.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the opportunity.
Is this all right? I just
You
want
are
to make
flanking.
sure. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do advantage with one attack here. Oh, nat 20.
That doesn't.
All right. I'm just gonna roll for damage on that. So that's just another additional damage die, isn't it?
Yeah, on your weapon.
I'll roll that. So that's 6 plus 16 damage there, and then
So you said 16 total, or?
yeah, just for my first swing.
Okay.
Oh, shit, hang on, sorry. Second attack, disregard that damage roll. Hit the wrong button. 24 hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right, 16 to 12, 28.
Well, I already did the 16, so is this
That's an additional 12 now.
additional 12? Well, I'm showing 14.
Okay, sorry, 14. So I'm really using the D&D Beyond sheet. So
Gotcha. Okay, so you're like hacking into it. It's like screaming as it's moving around inside. God, what is your damn name? Algard is just like bouncing around, being jostled. You're seeing bones jutting inward toward you as the axes are cutting into him, coming close to you. It's still up. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
no, that's it.
All right, it is the
Like being in a
ankle.
magician's box.
So it's going to swipe twice at Arjan in front of him. Where is and what's your armor class, Arjan?
My armor class is 20.
So both of them, you're like easily parry away the strikes. You see it's clearly a little bit slower as it's wounded. Its arms aren't working quite right in the joints as it's striking at you. It drops Algard So you drop down, and its chest comes and snaps out at you. And again, you like sort of back up a little bit, and you like use your shield to batter away the rib cage.
Oh no, you don't. I've done this dance before.
I've been here. And you're just doing everything you can to hold back as this monstrosity, this aberration is just pressing itself against you, trying to get to you. So, Astrid, you are up.
Okay. So where am I at? How's it looking? Like, is it look?
I mean, it's a
Fine.
mess already, but it does look. It's been beat up by everyone so
Doesn't
far.
do anything that would hit the guy inside of it, so that'd be a bad idea.
Didn't he spit him out?
Yeah, he just dropped me.
He did.
He just
Oh,
spit
did
him
you
out.
I'm like on the sand going, blah, blah, what on
Okay.
earth?
Then I will go for a lightning bolt, I think. As long as I see him out of it, I think I should be able to. That's not gonna. Well, I suppose that would go through it. Would that hit him?
Yeah, is it a roll to hit?
No, it's just a line. So if
The creature
Where
would
did
have to
it
make a
spit him out?
reflex save, or excuse me, a dexterity save.
Right. Yeah,
where did
I
it
mean,
spit out
He's right. here.
Algard? Because I don't. Okay, so as long as I don't hit him, I'm gonna cast a lightning bolt
Okay.
at just 3rd level.
All right,
So it's a
minus,
DC 15 dexterity save.
Dexterity. Yeah, he made that.
Okay, so he takes half damage, whatever half of 38 is. Let me divide that.
Ooh. So that's 15,
17.
16, 17.
19 damage.
Yeah, 19.
That is
According to my calc.
that is enough. You like the lightning bolt comes through, it breaks apart the inside of the bones that the sort of the spine that's holding it together. It sort of leaves this last cry out that sort of echoes off of these cove walls, and it just crumples down into the water, making these gigantic splashing sounds along the way as it just drops lifeless on the ground. Well done.
Astrid's a freaking kill stealer.
Yeah, you were
It's a
totally.
team effort. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
All
No one's
right.
keeping track, right?
That end of initiative.
That initiative is over, and immediately the fog dissipates.
Oh.
And you see Dalamar over here sort of put something in his robes, and he starts walking out. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. You distracted him long enough for me to find what I was looking for.
What was
And
it you were
what
looking
are
for?
you looking for?
He pulls out slightly reluctantly as you approach him, Astrid. He pulls out this shard, and it looks like a piece of glass that's not quite. I mean, it looks like a broken piece of glass, ostensibly. If you can give me an Arcana check, please.
Do I still have detect magic active? Because I cast that before combat and it lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Would that give me advantage on the Arcana or just or
No, it
anything?
doesn't give you advantage, but it's
Okay.
definitely
I
magical.
just wanted to check and see.
It's definitely like you're looking at it, you're like, oh, that's interesting.
14.
Okay, so you're not sure what it is, but you know that it's clearly magical. I mean, maybe it had something to do with the fog, simply because the fog went away as soon as he picked it up and pocketed it. But yeah, he's looking at you. He's like, "Do you recognize what this is?"
No, I
Neither
was
do
going
I.
to ask if I could identify it.
Well, I think perhaps I should take it for examination, as this is the point of why we came here in the first place. You all have done spectacularly well keeping up your end of the bargain. I think I'll retire to the Elven encampment, and I wish you all best of luck in your journey to, well, ultimate doom, I suppose.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
I'm only
I have-
basing my observations on what I've seen.
I haven't moved. I'm just looking around like, what just happened? I didn't even.
And just dust himself
I
off.
didn't
didn't
even
even
pull
get
my
to draw
sword.
his sword. It's just like, what just happened?
That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious.
Do you
was like
like
a-
this madness often? What is this?
This is like a 10-second span of just like, what?
Welcome to the group. It either goes spectacularly well or horribly wrong.
All right. Well, if we're all done here, let's head out for the City of Lost Names and try and get this group a good path to follow.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
the army a good path to follow, I should say.
So it's the afternoon. You're going to be moving into the evening. Do you guys want to camp overnight somewhere, or are you going to like force march through the night?
We should probably camp, honestly.
All right, so it'd be 1, 2. You'd be about here-ish, sort of in the shadow of this plateau.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
You know that Camp Carrionclay is below you. As you guys move into this and the sun is setting, you actually do see these 3 dragonelles sort of like just flapping their wings, going in unison, flying around. As they spot you guys as you're sort of stopping to make camp, you see them fly and soar down, trying to get a closer look at all of you. You guys have fought dragonelles before. You fought them with riders. You've noted that once the riders are gone, at least in the past, the dragonelles have just flown away. This is the first time that they've actually flown down to get closer without riders on them. And as they sort of soar down, they sort of like flap their wings to sort of hover for just a moment as they check you out. Is there anything you guys do?
Slowly
Can
pull
I-
out my crossbow.
Could I like toss a ration?
If you'd like to.
I would like to. Just
So
kinda...
what kind of ration is this that you're throwing?
I assume I just take some dried meat out of like trail rations.
Okay.
Like jerky, I suppose, because
Right.
I don't think. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me see here.
We getting some pets?
Do they look? Do they have like any barding or armor or anything like that?
Nope. These actually are unlike any that you've seen before. These are sort of sandy dust colored, sort of browns and grays and stuff, sort of mottled. They don't look like that red sort of vibe that you guys have seen before. And actually, these are the first ones you've seen without any riders or without any accompaniment. So these, you could make the assumption that these are wild and they just sort of live up here if you'd like. But yeah, they sort of flap, and as you throw it down, one of them looks, it's all, "Rah, rah," and another one sort of like flies over him, "Rah, rah," and the third one like swoops down, grabs it, and flies back up, and the others sort of go chasing after it, trying to grab it out of its legs with their mouths.
Huh.
Nice.
This
How
fascinating.
hard would it be to catch some of those?
Well, we would need to get like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would need to get like 6 of them.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
six
of
trolls.
Extraordinarily
dragons.
helpful. How could they fit two riders?
I guess it depends on the equipment of the riders and the size of the riders. I mean, these are large; they're larger than horses, but again, they're flying creatures, and so their bones are hollow and they're a lot more delicate than a pack animal or a war horse.
Can we see where they're flying off to? Do they have like a nest or anything we could identify?
You don't see any nests or anything, but you do see them flying to the southwest, sort of this general direction.
We could
Which direction? Oh, yeah. Is it worth
want
it?
to follow them.
I mean, I want to follow them.
He has
The
this
question
image in
is,
his head
do
of
we-
just riding in battle in the back of a dragonelle.
To be fair,
I mean, if the dragon army's doing it, like we should, it levels the playing field.
all right.
I mean-
it wouldn't be that much of a detour anywhere, to be honest. So we can at least
And-
check it out.
Okay, so
And
it's nighttime. I want to be
If we
clear.
do get, I was going to say,
Oh.
if we do get rides out of it,
Yep.
we'll probably make it quicker
Let's
on
make
the way.
camp, and then we'll head in the direction they went.
Is there somewhere under an alcove or shelter that we're at least partially covered?
Well, you guys have
Yeah.
that big wall of the plateau in front of you, so you guys can easily,
That
keep-
bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, see this little divot right here?
Yeah.
You guys can be.
So I
like,
mean, we
right
can get
there.
under rather than just camp it out in the open. We'll
Oh, how long does that
Oh,
camp last?
How long does what last?
He gave me temporary HP. Does that
Oh,
go
that's
away?
gone
How
by
long to
now.
last?
You guys have been
Okay. I just
traveling
wanted
for
to.
hours.
Yeah, I noticed it still said I had it, so I wanted to adjust that.
So as you make camp, you basically have a whole, 180 of your guys' line of sight and exposure completely covered by the cliffs of this plateau on your north, west, and east sides. The south is pretty open, but you don't really see anything. And historically, you haven't run into any problems trying to camp. And in this particular case, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. So you guys set up camp. You can do guard posts. I mean, what do you want to do?
Arjan will take the middle watch.
All right, who's taking the first and last?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take last.
Okay. So you guys have your entire
I'll
watch
sleep.
set out. You're eating your rations. The night is going fairly well. It looks like the clouds are moving in. The weather seems to change dramatically, almost on a dime up here in the northern wastes. But for the past few days, it's been pretty tolerable. As these clouds are moving in, the temperature starts to drop and stabilize. The actual cloud cover is providing a little bit of insulation barrier from the open air. And so it feels a little bit warmer than it normally would in this desert at night. And you actually feel pretty comfortable for the first time after that devastating experience in Camp Carrionclay, the horrific moment down at Darrett's military encampment, and then the nightmare you just faced and dispatched really quickly, all things considered, in Dreadwolf Cove. You feel pretty good. Like, you get a long rest. Everyone feels great. You get your spells back, your hit points back, as much as a long rest gives you, of course.
I'm just
And I can learn a new spell in this time, Compass?
Yeah, you can memorize, yeah.
I'm like slow. I just realized why it's called Dreadwolf Cove.
Yeah.
It's because of the
That
big
was-
dread wolf.
Yeah,
Dreadwolf.
exactly.
Yeah, if you would have got just sort of meta gaming here, if you would have been able to identify what that shard was, it was a shard of a broken dragon orb, actually.
Yeah, I knew that, but I wasn't gonna metagame.
Right,
I
right.
was just like,
I appreciate
come on,
that.
let me touch it. Let me touch it. Let me touch it. Let me identify it.
So your camp morning is sort of peeking over the edge of the distant horizon. The overcast clouds are getting darker, and it's starting to just sort of spit rain randomly. Nothing too seriously, but it is starting to rain.
All right.
So where do you guys
Guess
say you were going?
we're chasing after the dragon elves, I guess.
All right, I need wisdom checks with advantage. Group wisdom check with advantage. So everyone has to roll wisdoms. You all have to together have more successes than failures. At 13,
Okay.
4.
Good.
Wait, what?
I did say with advantage. So
Oh,
make sure you guys are
where's-
rolling with advantage.
Where's mine? Did that roll to the VTT?
I see Sven, Arjan, Algard.
Oh, not what the? Oh, shift.
It says I got a 20. Wait, I rolled that as a save, not a check. Hold on, let me re-roll that. 'cause
Fynn,
a-
what did
a
you
save
get?
is way higher.
It's a wisdom check, correct?
Yeah, with advantage.
I rolled a
For
20.
some
with
reason, my
the
stuff's not rolling to
advantage.
the VTT. I got a 16.
So 1, 2, 3,
That's a natural 20.
4, and there's only 6 of you, so that's the majority. All right, so you guys start seeing the water rushing in to the canyons that you're passing through. So with your knowledge of what that means, that the wash is coming in finally after days of it being out. I mean, it's been like 4 days. You get to higher ground as the water is filling up in the canyon. You're seeing like random equipment floating by. Every once in a while, you see an animal corpse. I mean, the rush is pretty big and just foaming water as it sort of rushes through the canyon walls, hitting off of the edges of them and splashing back and swirling around. You guys just have that vivid memory of the one time that you got caught in that current and how much of a pain in the tuchus it was.
Mhm.
So as you guys are moving, this isn't going to affect your movement throughout the northern waste, but it was just something you noticed as you were traveling. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In the first day, you travel to here. And as you're passing over with the wash going higher, you hear something not too distant from you, a sort of a cry, as it were. Waters rushing into the canyon ahead, rising swiftly. The sudden flooding has spurred creatures to seek higher ground, including a human in rugged leathers, rapidly climbing a rope out of a chasm, pursued by several horse-sized spiders. You're not gonna get me! I'm gonna survive! You can't get me! Help, help, help! They're gonna get me! All right.
Let's go help him.
Cut the rope.
What?
Don't.
It took me a moment to process. It's like,
Nerve
what?
of you people.
What do you mean by you people?
I
That's
like
true.
spiders.
The nerve
man.
of you. All right.
No, I think we meant.
Thank
I
you.
think
I'm
one of
glad
our
I'm not
friends
the only
was
one who
the
likes spiders.
Are you kidding me? Screw spiders. So you guys hear the screaming. You sort of walk over to the wash as it's coming in and splashing on that northern side. And you see past a couple of these rickety bridges, this guy down here being chased by all these damn monstrous spiders as he's climbing a rope, freaking out, trying to get to the top. The sun is going down. It is dusk. It's a little bit more difficult to see. The rain is still pitter-pattering, but it's not a downpour or anything. And it's just sort of crazy. In the chat, there are dragon riders in Dragonlance. 100%. That's the whole point of the campaign world, actually. It hasn't happened yet in the campaign, but it is a thing.
Give me a dragon. I want to ride one.
Yeah.
I'll ride the black one we saw earlier.
All right, so let's get some initiatives going. And we can... oh, come on now, select. Ugh, I gotta zoom in to select.
Don't.
Why can't... Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. Damn it. That would help.
Got an 18.
1 second.
See, the dragon army's got some good I can't even think of it.
You said Sven, you had 18?
I did, yes.
Okay. Fynn, what did you have?
0.
What?
11.
11. Oh my gosh, did I just delete Sven?
Whoops.
Uh-oh, whoops.
Hold on, I'll get you back. I don't know where you went. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm proud of you. You're taking first prize.
That's just like, yeah, join our side. We got dragons.
That is really loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta massage that microphone or something. All right, so you had...
Why it's so...
You said 18, Sven?
Yes.
Okay. So we have Sven, Fynn, Astrid, Algard, Arjan. We're missing
Kel, 16.
Kale, 16. Okay, I think that's everyone. Let me get some spiders.
By the way,
Fun.
I've told the whole party, just call me Kel. You don't have to rattle off the rest of it.
That works for me. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Descending order, and at the top we have Giant Spider with a natural 20 here. So he's climbing up. He's got a good 15 feet on. The spider's like climbing the wall as the water is rushing back, sort of making them lose their footing just a little bit. It reaches up and tries to like bite at this poor guy as he's running. And you see it clamp onto the back of him. He lets out a scream that sort of echoes. You can barely hear it over the rush of the water that's filling up this canyon. But he takes 7 damage. Jeez.
We
Get to him in
started so
time. you may just have to turn around. This one moves up a
You
little
just-
bit
oh,
and
well.
attacks as well. You're like, c'est la vie. What are you going to do? Shit. You might not have to deal with this guy at all.
You might have to invent another NPC to like jump in and run away.
Shit. All right, Sven, you're up. What you doing?
Alright. Let's see here, move some stuff around
That's
here.
some.
Move this up. Well, he's way the hell over there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's some distance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All
Can
right.
we shout words of encouragement?
If
We'll
you'd
do
like
his-
to.
You can do it.
We believe in you, whoever you are.
You got this, random person.
So 5,
You can do it.
25, 30, 35. And I have rage on.
Okay.
It's my movement.
Is that your full move?
Yeah, it's actually, you know what?
I probably should have
What-
started you guys closer.
I'm gonna.
Far away.
Where will we be at? Is that as far as that's where we're starting out at?
Hold on. This is ridiculous. That's way too far away.
3 turns worth of running.
Yeah, I was like,
You're
this guy's
realizing that we're much
ridiculous.
closer than we thought we were. All right, whatever square you end up in there is fine. All right, so
Okay.
you're starting here, right next to that dude's Patreon name.
5, 10. Oh my gosh, hang on.
That's a bit better.
What a double.
Poor guy, he's just gonna die.
Just like something's happening over there, but
we don't know what it is.
I'm gonna dash, go to there, and I'm raging.
Okay. It's like, help me! Oh, yes! A dwarf! A dwarf! You can kill spiders, right? Oh my gosh, they're bigger than you!
That's not gonna help you.
Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
All right, Kel, what you got?
I would just like to thank the Academy for letting me play in this this one.
You mean I gotta do something?
I got another turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go right next to. Oh no, I need the cursor. I need the selector. I'm gonna go right next to. I'm gonna double move and end up right next to
Okay.
our friend Sven.
Yeah. All right. That's Arjan's turn next.
All right, I'm gonna dash all the way to this dude, and
Like,
I'm
oh,
going
human!
I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to give him some temporary hit points with my rally ability
Oh!
as a bonus action, and he's going to get 4 temporary hit points.
It could have been better, but okay.
How far down is he, or is he like right next to me?
He's within reach. 5 feet.
I will burn my action surge in order to reach down and try and get him away from these things.
Very cool. Okay. So you sort of lift him up on the ledge.
Yeah.
So the spray of the water is hitting you guys in the face as you like reach down. He like reaches up desperately. These spiders are like crawling up right behind him, snapping at his heels as you pull him up. He's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, you're my savior. Oh, I mean, I had it. I was good, but oh my gosh, they're still coming." Anything else on your turn?
I will tell him to get behind us if you want to live.
You've got it.
Stop screaming like a woman.
So this thing crawls up. It was a little bit further down than every of the other ones. It crawls up right to the ledge right here, and it's like looking across at you. You see its hind thorax, I think it's called, or whatever it is, shoots this web, staticky sort of blob at Sven. What's your armor class?
18.
So this web comes and splats out right in front of you. The water's sort of washing part of it away. It's just like sort of creepy, all crawling toward you. Algard, you're up.
What's the flipping range in this stupid thing? Oh, right. That's okay. I've got range. Okay, so I pull my trusty crossbow out, and I'll have a pop at this one. That's
Okay.
closest. I'm a bit wary of creatures because I didn't have a good experience there, after leaving camp. So I'm gonna do the range combat thing.
Right.
Right, come on. There it is. Right. My apologies. Click on the wrong screen. Doink. And I probably
12 does not hit.
Of course
So
not.
your bolt just the wind
Did
of the
I
rushing water sort
get
of
a whisker
pushes it.
even and give it a bit of a fright?
Unfortunately, it was way too off with the water and stuff. It didn't even seem to notice. the tiny crossbow bolt as it whizzed through the air. I'm sorry.
Shucks.
Anything else you want to do?
For my bonus action, then I shall cast my spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. So that's how far away can you cast that?
60 feet.
So is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
So that's bugging in here
right next
somewhere.
to it.
Yeah, that's bugging in here somewhere, so I can.
Like right here?
That would do nicely.
Okay. So you can make an attack with it. So you call out to Mishakal, and the spiritual weapon materializes, strikes
Destroy
forward.
this beast.
With a 21, it pierces into the spider's back.
And does 7 damage.
All right. You're a little squealer. I don't know what spiders sound like when they hurt. It's all... All right, Fynn, you're up. You're muted.
Lovely. Since this one's already on the cliff and I can visually see it, it is going to meet my trusty arrows.
Hope you have better luck.
And I'm pretty sure a 12 does not hit.
No, you do not have better luck. It also is caught up in the updraft of the wind and sort of blown off course.
Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, that one does. So you take
sweet.
stock, judge for the wind, just sticks into it. It's all...
That's
That
how you
is-
do it. Okay.
6 damage.
Okay. Oh, no, wrong one.
And that is my turn.
Nice. So you smack into it with your arrow. It's like sort of like chittering away a little bit, reeling back, but it's got 8 legs, so it can be stable. It's not worried. All right, this giant spider is crawling up. It's against the wall. It was behind everyone else, so it's not quite at the ledge yet. Astrid, you're up.
Okay. I want to Misty Step. Let's see, 30 feet. So that's. Let me.
It's like that opening scene of Sesame Street, where they like go behind one tree and they like come out the other tree.
And then let's see.
That's an actual druid spell, by the way.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Oh, only moved. Okay, I only moved 20 feet. And then 30 feet takes me to there, so I can walk up. Yeah. And I think so I can cantrip. I'll chill touch the spider that everybody else has been attacking. So that's about what I can do. It's a hit, 24 to hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
16 necrotic damage.
Wow.
I think I rolled almost.
That was
No, I
great.
didn't.
So you hit it,
Damage
and
off.
again you kill steal it. It's like flips over on its back. Legs sort of spin up against its back, and its corpse just sort of lays there, just sort of flopping around a little bit.
God, it's always so haunting whenever they do that.
Anything else you can do, Astrid?
That would be all I am capable of doing.
All right, so you see this kid just like running past you guys. You guys are doing great. Thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate you. Oh, God, I almost died there. Do you see how big those things are? You wouldn't think these spiders could grow to this big. This is insane.
Is this a human or a kender?
Oh, it is a human. He's just a little excitable and a little bit
okay,
scared because
gotcha.
adrenaline's kicking in.
Fair.
So this
fair.
spider crawls up over the ledge, and you see this massive form reach up over it, sees you, Astrid. Arjan, sorry, and tries to bite you. You easily like bash it with your shield, sort of knocking the little, I don't know what the hell you call them, little, I should have studied anatomy on spiders a little bit better. It just tries to bite you and you bash it off.
Mandibles.
Mandibles, thank you.
Mandibles.
Thank you. This other spider at the very, is that the one? That is the one. He's coming up. He's going to be at the lip right here, but he can't be seen quite yet above the rim. Sven, you're up.
All right.
So the only one visible to you is right here. You just know the other ones are coming. And the waters continually spray up over the edge of that cliff.
Okay. 1 second. All right. Boy, I am raging, so I'm just gonna turn to this guy. Is this the guy that's close to me right here?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna attack him for a first attack. All right. Come on, you. 21.
Oh yeah, hits.
Okay. All right, and damage. Was that 14?
Yep.
All right. Second attack. Is
You
it still
hack
up?
into it, it squeals a little bit. It is still up.
Okay. Next attack. It's gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
And then we have 11. So
Okay.
23.
So you hack into it the second time. Hold on, how much does it have? So it's barely holding on. You can see it's like oozing this weird pussy liquid out of the cut wounds, and it's sort of like legs are twitching a little bit, but for whatever reason, it's still holding on to life by a thread,
Oh, all right.
a web thread. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay, Kel, did I skip people? No, you guys were range fighting. Okay, so Kel, you're up.
Cool. So I see this one's
So
pretty
this one's right
mangled.
over the ledge now. This one looks
Okay.
screwed.
All right. So what I'm actually going to do, if I can see this one, I'm going to walk right up to the ledge, next to it, and kind of just be a barrier between it and the rest of the party. Mostly that human who already got bit a little.
Yeah,
Man,
I mean, this kid's not armored or anything like you guys. He doesn't have like
It was
weapons.
just a nipple.
yeah, I'm still gonna rag him for it. And then I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Eight-legged freaks. Ah!
All
I
right, does
remember that move.
the 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Okay.
So like
Second
lifts
attack?
its leg back and sort of rears back on its hind two legs as you like swipe at it.
All right, second attack.
Oh,
A
God,
natural
spider moving on.
1.
That was a natural 1?
Oh no, it wasn't. No, sorry, that was a 7.
Okay. I
Yep.
was going to say,
So-
usually because of color. That hits. 14 hits.
14 hits. Great. I'm going to infuse the attack with smite.
Oh, I thought you were going to say love.
Well, it is a form of love from who's my
It's-
deity? Riorix.
Yeah, there you go.
Riorix says hi. So I'm gonna roll.
It's tough love from a god.
Hey.
There's my natural damage, and then I'm gonna go over to where is it?
Wait,
hiding?
what is that total damage?
It's 8, but I haven't rolled the smite yet.
Because it came up with 2 different damage here. Oh, gotcha.
That's weird. My screen it showed 8.
So the Divine Smite is 8 as well?
Yep.
So 16. So you hack into it and you just see like a limb drop off of its main body. It sort of rears back a little bit, sort of like stumbling at the edge of the cliff. Anything else on your turn?
Well, actually, for my my bonus action, I'm gonna shove it with my shield if I can, to kind of put it off kilter for its next turn.
Okay. Do you have to roll an attack for that?
Nope. It just says bonus action. If you take an attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of your shield. With your shield.
And does it say how
No
far
roll.
it goes?
Nope. Let
Okay,
me
so
click on it, see if it gives any more information.
as you bash it, you see it sort of knock back down to the water a little bit, and it's like clawing at the edge of the cliff, trying to like, you know, keep its legs on as the water is like forcing and rushing down past it. Arjan?
And that's my turn.
Arjan.
All right. Which ones of these can I reach and hit?
So the one right behind you, these are still down below you, but you could
Okay.
probably reach down and smack the one that's right in front of you. I think that guy hasn't gone at all, has he? Oh, yeah.
Not yet. Well, yeah. Let's just go ahead and take care of him. I think.
Okay.
Flick it on the nose.
24 hit.
Yeah, it only has 1 hit point, so no matter what you
Okay,
do, you
okay.
just see its legs curl up behind it, just like does a shudder as it sort of rests down on the ground. The
and
water
then-
carries its corpse away.
I'll try and reach down with my second attack. I'll try and reach down to hit him then. Get away, you damn things! 16 hit.
Yes.
Hot damn.
Hot day.
12 points of damage. So.
Okay.
And that'll be my
Slash
turn.
in at it. You see it sort of rear back a little bit. All right, that's your turn. So Algard.
Right, I will tunnel myself up here.
So at your vantage point, you don't actually see any spiders. They're
Right.
all on the cliff face instead of up on top.
Well,
of
I
it.
can't go any further, so I'll just be like, oh, it looks quite good. Did we do it? Is it
So
all?
you did your move, and your action, if you want to do a dash, it just gives you another chance to move the same distance if you want.
Well, don't really want to get up close, you know.
Okay, I don't blame you. Spiders are freaky.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm kind of freaked out. You know what I mean? I was sitting in camp dealing with normal battle wounds, and then all of a sudden I'm out and I've already been eaten by a monster, and then now there's giant spiders, and it's all been like 24 hours of leaving camp. So forgive me for being a little cautious.
What about your
I'm a healer at
spiritual
the end of the
weapon?
day. I'm not a warrior.
Yeah. What about your spiritual weapon? You gonna move that?
Yeah, let's mosey that on over here, because that's where everyone seems to be excited.
Yeah.
Do you know actually what I'm going to do, just randomly?
What?
I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on the young lad who's getting quite excited.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay. So what does that do? Just
Concentration. You attempt to suppress. See, I was looking for something this could have done with a crowd. That's why I learned it. You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere covered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail this saving throw if he wishes.
Okay.
So you can suppress any effect causing the target to be charmed or frightened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
So
see
basically-
his breathing sort of calm down as you cast it.
Yeah, and then if anyone else is getting excited and want to take a breather, go ahead. Or you can just feel the roll and carry on.
Yeah. All right.
Woosa!
Anything else on your turn?
Woosa! That'll do me for now.
All right. This spider here climbs up to the ledge. He's going to attack Kelmaris. Oh, where's the square that I can get on?
Am I even on a square? Like that splash is killing the grid.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty tough. All right, so he's right here. Comes up to you. He's going to try to bite you with its mandibles. What's your armor class?
20.
So it reaches out. It actually got a 20. You take 7 piercing damage as it clamps into you. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay.
Oh,
26.
beautiful. You feel this liquid injecting into your body and leaking out of the wound as it lifts its mandibles back out. You only take half damage, so you take 4 damage from the poison, but it did seep into you a bit.
So how much do I take total?
4? Oh, total is 7, 8, 19, 11. 11 total.
Okay, cool.
All right. Fynn, you're up with an F.
Okay. Oh, that's not the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Right there.
Just like,
I can see this one, right?
sort of half
Okay.
craning up over the edge.
Well, I hope it likes metal and wood for breakfast, because I just rolled a 28 to hit.
Nice. I don't think it's going to like it, but don't
And-
make it personal.
And for my second arrow, I rolled a 14 to hit. Does that one hit?
Yep, that's what you need. Sort of like reels back, squeals. What's your damage? What's your damage, man?
15. 20 damage in total.
Okay. Okay, nice. So it's like squealing back, but it's able to like cling on to the edges as the water is trying to push it off. This giant spider climbs up to the edge. It's just barely peeking over. And Sven, I think, is that you? That's not you.
Arjan's right in front of it.
Arjan. Okay. Sorry, these squares are killing me. I can't see. So he's right in front of you. He's going to try to bite you. 15 is a miss.
Yep.
And I think that's it. Yep. Astrid, you're up.
Let's see. That one. So
these two are visible over the ledge.
okay. I think I'm just gonna go with that. Won't work on them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with chill. Or wait. Yeah, I'll go with chill touch again. On the one like just directly in front of me. This one right here.
All right.
That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
9 damage, 9 necrotic.
You drop it down as its legs curl up. The current forces it and washes it away. You see
I'm
this
sorry?
guy next to you. Great job. You're such an amazing wizard. This whole group is just amazing. I would never have been able to survive these guys. I feel really safe and calm with all of you. Thank you so much. He just totally 180 on his emotions.
You're welcome. Do you live here?
He's like, I do. I actually live in a. Well, we keep it secret. It's it's near here, but you guys are helping me and stuff. As he's talking, you see these other spiders turn and try to go away with the current after you've killed more than whatever. Arjan, if you want an opportunity attack, you can take one.
Nah, it's fine.
So they just sort of go with the current and sort of spider walk on the edge of the cliff. So you guys are sitting there. The current finally is stabilized. It's not splashing up so robustly, though it is actively raining still. And you're just sort of on the edge. And this young man like walks up and sort of tries to shake each of your hands. My name's I don't know, what is your name? Clystron. Clystran. Clystron. It's very nice to meet all of you. How are you doing? Thanks so much for coming to my rescue. I really appreciate it.
As he shakes my hand, I send some healing through with lay on hands to heal up that bite.
Nice. How much is it?
I don't know. I'll send 5 HP.
Okay. That puts him at 9. So he's still got a little bit of wound on his calves from the spiders, but for the most part, he's doing much better now. He's like, thank you guys so much. Look, you did me such a solid here. Oh, that's the wrong map. Sorry. What? Where's the? Is this the right map? Oh yeah, duh. Sorry. I'll get here eventually.
Are you from Hearts Hollow?
I was just about to
How
ask
did
that.
you know about that?
They told me.
We helped, what's his name? I can't remember his name now.
You've already been there. Well, in that case, if you guys want to come back with me, I'm a dragon hunter. I hunt dragons. To be fair, haven't found one yet, but when I was a little kid, I know I saw a
And
dragon.
we're immediately done with this man. So
What?
got things to do. We
What
got
do you
people
mean?
to see. We're gone.
You don't want to come visit Hearts Hollow and say hi?
We're very busy right now. So unless does anyone else in the group really want to go back to Hearts Hollow?
No.
I'm
where?
very focused on the Dragonels, though. I mean, I think we have to pay those guys, don't we? Like,
You guys did never pay him.
we're supposed to pay them. I mean, I don't know how much I care,
You just
but
hear crickets. Didn't we owe someone something? Cricket.
do we owe somebody some money? Nah.
It's like, well, tell me all about you guys. Where are you going? Where are you headed? I'd rather stay with you while the wash is high. Just, safety in numbers and all.
Have you seen Dragonels, wild ones, nesting?
I feel like I'm being punked here. Yeah, I actually I feed dragonelles. It's like a hobby of mine. I just protect them. They're kind of my babies. They don't really treat me like a parent or anything. I mean, I'm a fan of theirs and I'm trying to make them into pets and stuff, but they don't, they're kind of like dragons, I mean, I understand they're called dragonelles, but they're kind of like dragons, and I always wanted to hunt and find a dragon. I believe they really exist, and they're kind of the closest thing. So, yeah, I actually know where a nest is. I go and feed them every chance I get.
If you take us there, perhaps we could help you befriend them, as you've been trying.
Oh, well, I highly doubt that you could help me befriend them. They are very skittish animals. They'll take food that you leave, but I haven't been able to actually get them to, let me touch them yet. They're very, very skittish creatures. Of course, I mean, they're scavengers. I mean, they're like any flying bird that, sort of lives off of the wasteland up here. But look, if you want me to take you to a nest, I could. I have to stop off at Heart's Hollow to drop off this equipment. I scavenge for my day-to-day living, but, I could drop it off on the way, and then I could take you out there if you'd like.
Well, if he has to go to Heart's Hollow, I say we swing by, because if we could buy some meat.
Wait, are you trying to
stuff.
make friends with
Yes.
dragonelles? Do you realize how long that takes? I've been doing this for months, and they won't let me get close to them. I mean, they'll take food I give them, but that's kind of it.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it probably would be a longer endeavor than just.
I do have something of a timetable going on.
Yeah, everybody wants a bird pet, but
Everybody says they want a bird pet, but when it comes down to it, they really don't want a bird pet.
ever taking care of a macaw? Good luck.
Cockatiels.
I mean, we saved this. We were already heading that direction, and we just saved this guy. So
No, we weren't. We were heading in the opposite direction.
I thought we were heading to the Dragonelles. I was
Because it was
I had
on the way
Dragonelles
to our
100% on my mind. I was not thinking about anything else.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding.
He's like, well, the feeding ground I go to is down to the southwest of here. It's a couple days for most people, but I'm actually really proficient through moving through the northern ways. I could tell you anything about this place. I know it like the back of my hand.
Have you ever been to the Northwest?
Yeah, absolutely.
How far up that way?
I mean, it's far enough to know that I don't want to go any further. There's a bunch of soldiers up there.
There's a bunch of soldiers to the Northwest?
Yeah, there's like a whole army up there.
Okay, everyone, we are headed that way now.
Well, I'll see you guys later. Have a
See you
wonderful
later.
afternoon. It was great seeing you. I would not suggest you go toward them.
We'll be fine. I hope.
I hope.
If he's
They're
He actually helped
categorized
us
as
out
dragons,
faster.
Fynn, not as animals, like beasts.
I thought they were. That's what they were in Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons.
Yeah.
I understand that, you got a pet project going on, but we kind of got more important things to worry about.
Well, what brings you to these northern wastes? I mean, I haven't seen anyone in days.
The army that you're talking about, the dragon army, we're here to fight them.
Just you?
Well, sure.
I mean, you took care of a couple spiders pretty well, but there's a lot more of them. I'll tell you what.
We have friends.
If you are interested in actually seeing a dragon, taking
yeah.
us towards that army would be the way to do it. They have them.
Right. I've been scouring these northern wastes, and I've never seen one my entire life, except for when I was very, very young. I'm positive I saw one.
Yeah, one killed 2 of my friends last week.
Yeah.
Right. Really?
Yes.
They
What?
melted.
It was horrifying.
Where? Where did you see it?
It was over in Camp
The-
Carrionclay to the east.
Yes.
You've been to Camp Carrionclay?
Yes, unfortunately.
I've been avoiding that area because it's just so nasty. Wow. So we call that sky tiers. That's a region that we just, again, they use it as like a prison or something. So we just sort of give them a wide berth. Yeah, up at Giant Spine, that's where that army is massing. I got to tell you, it's really, really big. I would not suggest you go anywhere close to it.
Well, we have to, unfortunately. So we're in that direction. Is there anything you could tell us about the area?
Well, I mean, I can't tell you how I can move through the space because I'm pretty proficient, but you guys are here, so you must be as well. I would say, stay away from the rust caves to the west. If you're just heading straight northwest, you'll hit Giant Spine. There's a maze in the northwest. We call the northern maze, or in the north, we call the northern maze, that we try to stay away from because the wash is so unpredictable. You can easily get caught up. Up past Giant Spine, there's a place called Salt Lookin', Court of Drawn, but I don't think you'll get past the Dragon Army. And honestly, I really like you guys. If you go up that direction, you're not going to come back.
I understand your concern. Thank you. What about these rust caves?
Oh, it's, natural predator caves and stuff. I would just avoid it because, sometimes like these dinosaur-like swimming creatures take refuge there. It's not really a place that, people should go exploring. We have to understand that as much as we like to crawl around these areas and think that because we're mortals, we're humans or dwarves or whatever, that we sort of have dominion of the land, these animals, this is their home. This is their natural habitat. And we can't just walk into it and start murdering them. Same with the dragon elves flying around. This is their natural hunting grounds. So we have to be cognizant of that and respect the animal, the creatures, and the territory. We can't just wander through and start killing everything. That's why I was running away from the spiders. I was trying to save them.
Paladin, I found another Ulrich. Anyway, I appreciate your concern, but unfortunately we are duty bound to interdict against the Dragon Army.
Best of luck to you, my friends. Thank you so much for helping me out. We will definitely be
Of course.
passing ways here then. That's good luck.
Good luck to you as well.
Thank you. He just sort of starts dropping off, like whistling a tune like nothing ever happened in the first place. And, the rain is sort of splashing down. The wash is high.
All right, let's find a place to make camp so I can report all this in.
Okay.
Oh, wait, does the far gap even reach that far?
I think it's 18 miles. So that's 6, 12. So you would have to move closer to here.
Okay, so the army hasn't really moved at all. Then.
They did move a day, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're just infinitely slower than you guys are.
Yeah. We might have to wait until.
I mean, you could travel the rest of the day because again, it's.
Oh, I thought it was evening. Okay.
No, this is the morning. So you guys are like, well, yeah, it is like sunset. If you want to just sort of climb up onto
if we
this.
headed down towards Heart's Hollow,
No,
we'd
let's
actually
climb up-
reach
let's
them
climb up.
on the far gab.
Let's climb up on that high point. That way
Okay.
we have some high ground to make camp, and then we'll report our findings over the far gab.
Okay. So what are you reporting?
We got information from a local stating that there is an army to the northwest. So the Dragon Army is most definitely already there. As well as there's some sort of maze to the north that's extremely hazardous. So we will have to go straight northwest and then cut up northward in order to hit the army.
So it's Cudgel you're speaking to, and she lets you know that that's fine. Let's continue going northwest. We'll continue going. Scout it out. See if you can find an entrance into the City of Lost Names. If it's cordoned off, or if there did he say if there was how many of the forces there were?
No, he just said there was just an army there, and he stayed the hell away from it.
All right. If you could maybe reconnoiter the area, find out numbers or size, some general idea of what we're facing, that would be incredibly helpful. And if it's something where you see the lost city, or if it's something, we have to sort of go over some rises or pass them, just let us know what you have. We'll keep moving. Just as an update, I think you'd like to hear that Derek is up and moving around. His voice is a little effective. He sounds kind of strange, a little bit sort of gruff. People are saying he sounds like me. I don't think it's very funny, but the dagger did take a toll on his voice box, but he is up and around and moving.
Okay, that's good. I'll let Algard. I'll let Algard know.
Al.
Thank you.
We'll just call him Al.
Al.
Al and Kel. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Cudgel.
Over
Stay
now.
safe.
Helen.
All right, we'll go over to Al and tell him. Good news. Darrett's back up on his feet.
Praise be to Mishakal. That has been praying in my mind.
All right, everyone, we're going to make
scenario.
camp here, and then from here we'll set out for the City of Lost Names. We've been asked to get a good idea as to the Dragon Army's numbers, and we need to scout out a good approach into the City of Lost Names. They need to know the lay of the land so that they can figure out a good way to mount an assault if needed.
Mm-hmm.
We have to assume that we're heavily outnumbered going forward from here.
Yeah. Right now, this is a great place to take a quick break. Are you guys okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom real bad.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you shortly. And we are back with dancing people. Okay, so you guys spent the night on the top of this plateau, early morning. The rains have continued. It's actually picked up a little bit, so you see little rivulets along with the wash being really high. How do you want to approach where this army is supposed to be, where this place is supposed to be?
Okay, we need to generally scout out the approach that the army would have to take first. So where the K is at, let's go for that hex that's immediately to the south and approach from there.
So you can actually get here in 1 day of travel. Oh my gosh, stop that. And this is close enough for you to really get like an up and close view. You see a vast plateau rising from, and at this time it's like sundown because it took you all day of traveling. Let me move Darrett and them. They can only move that far. I'm sorry, I didn't see the chat there. So a vast plateau rises from the wastes. Its ancient cliffs soar hundreds of feet high. A broad canyon splits the plateau's face, its passage blocked by an aged stone wall. Countless red tents spill from the canyon and its gate. Innumerable Dragon Army troops swarm the land, while patrols of Dragonels soar overhead. You see a massive encampment stretch out as far as you can see up until the cliff walls themselves in front of you. The only reason why they haven't been able to spot you with their flying Dragonel patrols is because of the rain and just the inclement weather. Let me show you a picture here of what we're looking at. I don't know if you're looking in Roll20 here. You see this massive encampment, and there's actually more than what's just pictured here, but just imagine this sprawling military encampment above this sort of pathway heading into the canyon itself. So this is not one of those situations where walking in or trying to con your way in is going to do you any good. It looks pretty. This is bigger than anything you guys have faced as of yet.
Okay, so are we looking from the image point of view? Is that what we're seeing, or are we looking at it from where those two peaks are separated from?
You guys are back viewing forward like this view is, where this army is sprawling between you and the plateau that is supposed to be the City of Lost Names. That is where Dalamar told you it was.
Okay.
So this camp is clearly right in front of it, guarding some form of entrance or something.
Okay. All right, then. Okay, so this entrance is heavily guarded. Okay. Let's see if we can't scout out maybe an alternate path in. Because
so
I don't know
who is the most stealthy person here? Because
that would be
the
Fynn.
Consequences are imprisonment, and not like Carrionclay imprisonment. You know, if they see you, they're going to either kill you or capture you and make you.
I don't mean sneak in as in between the camp. I mean let's see if we can't go around this entire thing, like this entire hex, and see if we can't find another way in. Because I don't know if our army's going to be able to punch through that.
So that's the entrance that it's guarding you.
It seems to be.
Yep.
Just
So
there's
can
no
we
way
get
of
up?
really
We're
knowing.
here. So can we get up?
Well, no. You
somewhere?
guys are not in this view at all. You guys
you
are
put heroes. Oh, is that
way
just over the
back viewing into it. I'm just trying to show you a visual
All right,
representation.
I thought you'd. Sorry, it's just the way it looks. I thought you'd put a wee marker there to be
Oh, no.
as if we're on the cliff looking down.
No. So they're all amassed. If you can sort of imagine, they're all amassed right there,
right at
above
that
the
mouth
S
there.
and T.
Yeah.
But they're. You know how each of these hexes is 6 miles? They're covering that entire span with troops. They have Dragonels flying overhead. So if you guys get anywhere close to this, just any closer than you already are, you're going to be spotted. And so this is
Yeah.
a situation where you have to be incredibly careful about getting anywhere closer.
Yeah, we need to back off of this like right now and try and find another way in because a whole 6 mile hex full of dudes. I don't know if the army can punch through that.
And it's pretty daunting.
Yeah. And plus we got to wait for them to get into range of the Fargab so we can even report this. So, yeah, we're going to back off to here.
Would that be a priority? Report it first before looking at something else?
Yeah, actually.
Because we don't want the army blundering in. We want them to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
I would definitely think
Yeah,
reporting it would be the biggest priority.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and retreat back so we can into range so we can report it, and then try and find another way in, like maybe through here or here or here or here or here, somewhere where we can like really scout out the full perimeter of this plateau. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sounds fine. Yeah,
So I think you
yeah.
have to be within 3 hexes to talk to them, right? 3 times 6 is 18.
Yeah,
right?
that was the
Yep.
I believe that was the range. Yeah.
So it's already nighttime. If you're going to move to this hex right here, you're going to be force marching, and you're going to have to deal with like endurance issues. I don't know if
Right.
the measurements are right because I'm using a.
No, the
Yeah, I
measurements
don't
aren't.
think they are.
Measurements aren't right because that should be 6, but it's saying
Right.
4.2.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll just have to try and find a good hiding place to make a camp, no campfire, and just and then try moving once we're better rested.
Okay, so you force march to this hex.
Yeah.
So it's literally the middle of the night when you guys finally get there. This continued rain is actually working in your favor with the clouds and the darkness. You're hearing distant echoes of just the sounds of a military encampment, a massive military encampment, sort of echoing through the night. You're hearing like the cries of dragonels through the clouds that you can't really see in the darkness. And this is probably the most terrifying night of your entire lives. You're just sort of doing your best to survive and not be seen. I'm going to need a group stealth check from everyone. This is not the time to flub rolls, people.
11.
Oh,
6 is great. 9 is not.
Nice.
Oh my gosh!
I've got my pots and pans. Clink, clink, clink. My...
Okay, so this is that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's everyone. So this is a difficult night because you guys aren't sure whether you've been seen. You've had close calls. Oh, Kel didn't do his.
I did. It's I had to roll with disadvantage because plate, but I got a 21 and a 19.
Nice. Well, that's enough. That's actually the best for the group. Okay, so you all actually did a successful group stealth in order to stay unseen by the dragon army as they're sort of just monitoring this entire area. You actually see them running patrols in groups of 3 that are sort of spread out past where you guys are. So you know that even by going around this massive plateau structure, assuming your map is right, that you know that there's going to be patrols going all around there as well. Stealthily moving in as a group is going to be near impossible. It's just going to be really difficult. If you have someone with a really good stealth, maybe if they strip armor off and you just let them go in on their own, then maybe they can.
Like wrap cloth around boots and stuff. And
Right. Get
sneaky McPeaky.
some memory foam on their feet.
Are there such
Make
thing
them
as
invisible.
D&D ghillie suits?
There are, yeah, sure. I mean, it would just be like a ninja suit, basically, all black clothing in the darkness. But it has to be someone who's familiar with how to use it. Or, to the point here, you could just go invisible, and someone can go in invisible. But it wouldn't be able to be the whole group. It would just be one person, and you would have to hope that someone wasn't monitoring for magic users.
Who have we got in the group that goes invisible? Who's staying really
We do have
quiet
a
right
wizard,
now?
and
Who
we
should
do
be
have
speaking up?
Fynn. It's just I would feel really, really badly about splitting the party right now.
Right.
Also,
No, but it's,
sending somebody in for almost certain death.
I could scout around.
Well, it's CTR at the end
If
of the
the
day.
wizard wants to cast invisibility on me, I mean that'll help too with my stealth checks.
What's your stealth bonus?
It's at +6. I think probably me and Fynn probably have the highest stealth checks.
So would you rather one person with a really high or two people with high go in?
I mean, 2 people's better than 1, but that's still
It is.
massively
So
concerning.
what is it we're trying to
It
do?
does
Just try
take 2 to
find a
make a
way
thing
in?
go right.
Okay, the idea is we need to fall back to a position where we can report on the front entrance to the city of Lost Names that there is a massive army, just kind of squatting right at the entrance. We need to report that to the army so that they don't just blunder into an enemy formation. And then we need to scout out this entire raised area here. This just this entire area from like the west to the east to see if there's any sort of alternate entrance that we could maybe squeeze the army into and
Okay.
Yeah,
be immediately attacked.
I like that plan more than splitting the party, because if they get found out, there's only 2 of them, and I mean, if we all went in,
Yeah, we've been
For
through
sure
this
die.
before.
We've been
Well,
through
with,
this
with all of you
twice, so-
scouting around, the chance of being seen is infinitely higher than if one person tries to sneak
Oh,
in.
scouting. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So why don't you guys report
I'd be
back
able to do it.
what we're finding, what we're seeing, and then it probably me and Fynn could do a little scouting here. Before we do any scouting, I think we would have. I think the stealth would
Already-
help out if the wizard cast invisibility on either one of the 2 of us. If we both decide to, if one of us go, someone needs to be. The wizard needs to
Well,
cast
the invisibility only lasts for what? 1 minute, 10 minutes,
An hour.
an hour, and we're basically asking you guys to like take a look at this entire plateau area here, hex by hex, to see if there's any other entrances into the City of Lost Names. That's more than an hour. That's like 3 days worth of scouting at least.
And if you're moving at
That's
stealth,
normal
it's
for
infinitely
a
more
rec-
than that.
That's normal for a recce,
But
72 hours. To
But
actually
don't
spend on
we?
target. You know, main group acts as an ERV. 2 hyperpop forward. 1 actually does the CTR, comes back, and it's I'm gonna just move our way around. You know, it's
I think we should. Let's report the information back to them first to see if maybe they have another idea. But even if we are going to stick with scouting out this entire plateau, I would rather do it as a group, because I would rather take on whatever patrols are in the area rather than sending 2 people to potentially be discovered by patrol and then die. If that makes sense.
yeah, but that's what we do is basically Overwatch. The 2 actually go forward to get eyes on,
Okay, yeah, I see what you're
and
saying.
then they come
Yeah.
back. So it's like a counterclockwise, and 2 go forward, observe, come back, 2 go forward, observe. You know,
Yeah, I get
and
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
a circular motion, and that's the way a CTR works.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just in this case, instead of us doing from one location, it's basically one location if we're trying to go around it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the
Oh, okay.
It's not
Oh, okay.
clockwise,
I get you.
That's the way it works. You're basically looking at the target, and you're coming at different angles. You're not going fully into the target. You're going from an elevated point or main point, because that's where all the kit is. That's the
Yeah.
ERV.
Okay.
So, and then the 2 go forward, who basically strip down kit. You know, it's in real world, no helmet stuff. You know, it's down to basically fighting order forward, and then it's report back the same way.
We can probably do that, but first we need to get into Fargab range, and then let the army know that, hey, there's this giant force here, and they're patrolling at least 10 miles away from where the encampment is.
I would say arguably like 18 miles. You're
Yeah,
saying.
so they're patrolling out to 18 miles away from the encampment. So if they're gonna set up anywhere, then it would have if they came up through here, then that means like here's the encampment and out to 18. So they would have to set up here, which arguably is not a bad defensive position, all things considered. But
That's also really close to Camp Carrionclay.
yeah, that's another issue is the fact that they might get pincered by Camp Carrionclay. Though I don't see them putting a whole bunch of dudes in there. So maybe the best idea would be to have them move westward through here and end up here-ish.
Whoa. That's going to add some time.
Yeah, but
so
it's
Gregor.
just the idea is like this is not a removed threat. Like it's still there. And having them set up here, arguably within reasonable scout distance of the camp.
Yeah, if there's supply lines going back and forth, if that dragon is flying back and forth, it will definitely see him.
Yeah, so we might need them to divert and pass through here.
All right, so how close are you going to get? Because you don't know exactly where they are. So how close are you going to try to move forward to try to get within Fargab range?
This high point looks probably like a good plan right here. Well,
you
so
can-
basically where we camped last time.
Yeah. So you go right back to the same camp. You're a little exhausted from traveling a little further the previous day. But again, the overcast nature, the active raining is not letting up. You do actually notice the wash is going out now, finally. It's sort of drying up, or at least clearing up, muddying the area around. And you get keying it up. Darrett actually answers, "Hello, what do you have to report?"
Darrett, it's Arjan. We just took a look at the front gates to the city of Lost Names.
Are they beautiful? What do they look like?
It's picture the biggest stone doorway you've ever seen. It's like a canyon that leads down into the plateau. The problem is that they got there first. They've already set up this massive army to essentially plug the gate. They're all over that place. They're covering easily a 6 mile area, and they're sending patrols out 15 to 18 miles out from there.
No.
And what's worse, if the army continues on its present course, they might end up running into the supply lines between Camp Carrionclay and the City of Lost Names. And that might draw our current nightmare to your position. So,
Okay.
what I'm thinking is we're currently sitting at a pass between two plateaus, between Heart's Hollow and our position right now. There's a pass there that you could probably move the army through and continue westward until you're able to make the incline northward. So if you proceed westward through this pass, about 4 days to the west, and then head northward, you should be able to get a good position without being pincered, and you should be able to find a good position just outside their scouting range.
So have you found the entrance? Are you sure, of the entrance?
As sure as we can be. They wouldn't put a whole bunch of people there to plug the gap if it wasn't.
So have you tried to find a secondary entrance?
Not yet. We wanted to report the enemy army's position first. That way you didn't blunder into either the main army or into the supply lines between their encampment and the prison camp.
I appreciate that. The Calaman army has expert scouts. If you guys don't feel comfortable looking for a secondary entrance, we can send some men in there.
That would any hands and eyes that we can get to try and find another way in would be invaluable.
I want to temper what I'm saying here in any expectations. I would prefer, because you're the scouts, one or more of you to go look for a second entrance and give us more details on this army. If you don't think that you can do that successfully, we can send one or more of my own people in there to do it. But we can't send a whole group of people in there, because if they know how close we are, they'll catch us before we can get there. And then it's all for nothing. If that encampment is as big as you say it is, the only option we have is to create some form of diversion after we've determined where the entry point is, and you smaller group go into that entry point while we're diverting them somewhere else. We're willing to lay down our lives so that you can get in there, but you have to know where that is first. So do you think that you have people in your team that are capable of that? And if not, let me know, because I can send people up there.
Well, I've got 2 that can probably do it.
We're too close to this for probablys.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. If you have anyone that's extremely skilled at it, we would probably need their assistance then.
So all of you are hearing this while he's talking, unless he went somewhere secret. Just from a DM point of view, I want to know if you guys want to handle this or you want them to handle it.
Our luck recently hasn't been too good. I'm still thinking camp.
I'm just saying, the last 2 times we tried stealth, we bungled it horribly. So
Yeah.
That's also because you had the whole group going in.
yeah,
I think we can handle it personally, but
Do it.
Astrid's
No,
more
Two
follower
people
than leader.
strip down.
You're the Rangers.
Get a bonus,
We have
wouldn't it?
this.
I'm sorry. What, Finn?
We have this. We could
Do
do
we
it.
have this? Okay.
But
I meant
wouldn't we
say-
get a bonus? If 2 people strip down, like I said, remove all the outer gear, use wraps around boots.
Well, you don't get a bonus, but you don't get a negative for having all your gear.
I'm already not wearing armor.
Yeah.
All I have to
So-
do is drop.
Well,
drop
at least
few of
have
my weapons.
advantage because you're invisible. Or yeah, when we're invisible. Do you you're a cleric, do you have bless?
I do.
Because bless will give him an
That
extra
was not a
D4.
confident I do.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I do.
I've got a new character sheet and just trying to remember.
I
You know.
got you. I got you.
Because
If he doesn't have it, I have it.
Yeah.
But he should have it. It's a level 1 clerical
No, I
spell.
do.
That's
I
how
do
got
have it. Sorry, I just had to. Oh, hold on. Let me look at my character sheet that I've only built like a day ago.
that extra D4 could definitely be the difference between them failing and succeeding that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let Derek know that we're gonna handle it.
May Paladin watch your back.
Yours as well.
All right.
Click.
All right. So where are the rest of you going to hold up while they're looking?
Stay out that
Okay.
camp.
Because it's
Probably
going to
stay
take
put.
like a full day of them going out and then coming back. Just for the first time, you know.
Yeah. I
So-
think
We'll
from
want to be
where we're
close
at
enough
right now,
that basically if they start getting chased, we can at least.
How are they going to be able to get close enough before I cast invisibility on them? Because that only
That's-
lasts 1 out.
Well,
a
that's why we have
good
to get up.
question.
Right.
So
Basically,
you have
we
to
need
be
to
in
still
the
be
hex
close.
in front of it before you cast.
Okay.
We're not going to sit here, if that makes sense.
Right.
And we're going to get up right about here somewhere.
Well, I
Or
would
do you go
prefer
forward?
right here, like right at this corner here. And
Yeah, but
then
that's
sit
just
you guys in.
then we're not like abandoning them. We're getting up close too because we're going to hold on to their kit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also when they come back, replenish spells each time they go into another foray.
Mm-hmm.
So they go in just long enough.
So I just want to bring up a point that you're all, if you go here, you're directly between any sort of supply line that's being flown to and from
Oh, that's right.
the
yeah.
army and Camp Carrionclay.
That's right.
You are sort of at that perimeter of the normal patrol route that you are aware of,
Yeah.
but from what you're aware of, you know that someone's supplying Camp Carrionclay, and the messages are getting back and forth somehow, and it's probably not wise to be right between them.
Yeah. Yeah. We should try going to here, and then try and skirt around.
So 1 day is
And-
here,
Yeah.
and a day and a half is here.
Okay. And we're basically going to try and skirt around this entire area.
So we need to find basically a
clockwise.
big hole or a big cave, and that's where basically we shove all our kit, and we're like waiting, and we are obviously doing our own sort of mini patrol, keeping an eye out
Right.
before we send these guys in each time, buff them up.
So you remember that your friend you saved from the dragons, Klystron,
Mm-hmm.
mentioned rust caves.
I mean,
Those are around
that's
this area in the northwest.
it's probably as good of a
Didn't
lead
he
as
say to avoid them though?
He did, but he mentioned them.
yeah, but that's probably our best lead for now, at least for a hiding place. I really don't give a I really don't give a shit about the wildlife right now. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys are trying to
Just
decide where to
worried the
go,
wildlife will be able to kill us.
you're right here, right now. So 1, 2,
We're not,
3,
we're not on a hiking
4.
trip, you know, we're kind of on a military mission, so...
You could get
Yeah.
to this
Comes-
spot in 1 day's travel. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's get there first.
Okay, so 1 day for you, 1 day for them. And then let me check and see what happens in that day.
We'll die.
So it's still low wash, no problems at all. And you don't encounter anything. You know you're sort of outside the perimeter of what you've observed as a sort of observation, and you're definitely outside of the Carrionclays. And you're not running across any animals or anything. You can have your full rest here if you want to do it. If you need to memorize spells to get back to 0, the rust caves are right in the next hex and about 6 miles away from you. If you want to travel to there, or if you want to go somewhere else, just let me know.
Yeah, let's at least take a look at the rust caves and see what's even there, because who knows? Maybe there's a secret entrance there.
Yeah. So as you get to the rust
Would not
caves,
be convenient.
it looks like a series of caves that are sort of bored into the side of this plateau. And you actually see remnants of mining equipment, similar to what you saw in Sunward Fortress, but not as much infrastructure. It doesn't look like the Dragon Army's been here, just like locals sort of scavenging the area. You imagine it probably got its name from some sort of mineral that was mined out of it, and now it's just sort of been eroded. You see some bat droppings as if they've taken to the cave, but it doesn't look to be any other large creatures that are there right now. Again, Klystron had mentioned that there was like these sort of water dinosaurs. You guys have actually faced these before that use it, but the wash is low right now, so they're probably not occupying it while the wash is down. They wait till it to go up, and maybe it's like a secondary hunting spot or something. Through searching, you're spending a few hours sort of looking through these different caves, climbing up and, sort of reconnoitering the area. You don't really see anything like any wildlife is moving away from you. It's not actually trying to engage with you. So it seems like as good as a spot, as long as the wash is low, to keep your gear.
Okay. All right. So, man, this is hard. Okay. If only all of us were rogues. Okay.
Right. Where's our rogue?
Our rogue wouldn't have done it anyway.
I don't know. She's pretty game. Like, she wanted to go into Carrionclay. She just hasn't been able to play.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll have to make a note of this place because this is actually a really good fallback point, so long as the wash is low.
Right.
And then from here, we need to skirt up. Man, this is going to be dangerous, I think.
You can finish the day out between these two.
Yeah,
canyons.
let's go to there, and then we can start scouting operations from there. Hopefully, no one's really
next day.
taking a look over in this area.
All right. So who's going? And I need rolls. And what's your plan? What sort of spells are you using? What's the duration of these spells?
So it's Astrid and I are going to put spells on Fynn and
Yeah.
Sven. Is that right?
Sven
No.
and Fynn.
It's only 1 minute.
Oof,
What,
that feels
bless?
good.
What is?
Yep.
Bless is bless is
Concentration
only
up to 1 minute.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so invisibility is an hour.
All right, yeah. So that's not really worth it. Okay, so it's just basically Astrid's going to go with the 2
Who's got good
up
stealth?
to a point. Cast a
Sven
spell.
Sven
and
has
Fynn.
the best stealth. Sven has decent stealth after that. Those 2 are the best.
I've only got a +3.
I only have a +1.
So cast invisibility just to help out, unless we feel that it's not needed.
Yeah,
just not
that's what I
gonna
mean.
last.
She's not going right. Astrid's not going right up. It's round about here somewhere, just before you actually go in to have a look. The cast it on you, and then it's going to retreat immediately.
Yeah.
What are you casting?
Yeah, if you're
Invisibility.
cast invisibility on Sven since he has the
You-
lower stealth.
Okay, if you want to do that.
I can drop it on both of you guys.
If you're able to do that, then full send.
Yeah, there's a 3rd level slot.
So are you going to do it from where you are?
No, I would head up with them first, so that they have the most time out of it.
Okay, then I'm going to need a stealth check from all 3 of you.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Fucking hell. A 26, 17, and a 5.
We rolled a 5.
I rolled a
The
5.
wizard.
So as you're moving forward, the 3 of you, you've been traveling for about 6 miles because you were going to this promontory here, right?
Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah.
So you guys move up there, and you immediately see this dragonelle that's perched right on the top spring, and you see a man on top of it call down, "Stop where you are!" And it swoops down. So let's do a sort of impromptu canyon wall situation here. So we've got Fynn, we've got Arjan, no, we've got Sven, and we have Astrid. So, let's see. We're going to say that this is that
You need to move the
Jutting
group over to the scene.
edge promontory. Well, you're all not there. This is
Oh,
them
fair enough.
going off on their own, trying to stealth up there. So as you get up there, this is where you're seeing the actual dragonelle and rider. I
don't see the map.
Quick. Oh, I'm sorry. How about now?
Yep. Yeah. It's taking a minute too. I think.
Where is the
Yep, there it is.
dragonelle?
It was a little blurry for a sec, but it did it.
Yeah, it takes a minute to update sometimes.
Oh.
Where's that dragonelle? Oh, there he goes. And a rider. Let's get a rider.
Oh, it got bigger, right? I was like, that's a tiny thing. Flipping, put it in your pocket. Flipping Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
Dragonelle return.
Stop where you are! Stop
Look.
now!
Yeah, sure. We'll stop all right. Okay, so he leaps off into the air. He's about 120 feet above you guys at the top of this plateau as you sort of are stealthing up. And he literally does not even notice Fynn and Sven at the point. You guys don't know, but he only sees Astrid as he's telling him to stop. And we're going to get some initiative now.
Run like boogery!
You're not going to outrun a flying creature.
At least I rolled a 17 for initiative.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Apparently, I clicked on my token, but apparently it wasn't selected. So it didn't put that in the turd trap. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I keep getting to click on my guy. I got a 19.
Give me 1 second. I just got to pull up these stats here. All right, so Sven got a 19. Damn it, why do I keep doing
193.
that? Fynn, what did you get?
17.
Thank you. Astrid, what'd you get?
I got a 17. If I'm rolling up a new character at the end of this session, I'll admit that you were right, Arjan.
Jeez.
That would suck. Oh, no, that was the wrong one, sorry. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. So let's get descending order. Sven, you are first. You see them jump off the ledge, tell you to stop as they start flying down. What do you do?
Is this just the one, or is there others?
It looks like just the one.
Just the one, huh? They don't see us, but they see our...
Well, all you know is someone down here has been spotted. You don't. I mean, you don't know numbers. You know, like what numbers you guys roll.
Okay.
You believe you're being stealthy, but clearly someone saw someone. So,
I'm going to use the element of surprise here, so I'm still going to stay stealthed.
okay.
I know they saw one of us, but I don't. That's like how you mentioned.
Mhm.
I'll just sit here and wait and ready my turn. If something jumps down on here to try to get us.
So to be clear, you're readying your action for if something gets within reach, you're going to strike it.
No, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait and observe and see what happens here.
Okay. What's the range? Oh, that's way
The
too.
crossbow has a
100
range
to
of 100.
400.
That's a.
So he's going to ready his action until he's within range, and then he's going to use his crossbow. Astrid, it's your turn.
How far is he?
He's about 120 feet above you on a cliff.
120 feet above me, you say? That means... what is that? I guess that's magic missile time. Magic missile, first level, 3 missiles targeting the Dragonel.
What's the range on magic missile?
120 feet.
Perfect.
3 per missile, so 9 damage, force damage. Not much, but hey.
And it's just auto hit.
Yep.
Okay, so it streaks up out of your hands after you finish your arcane words. It screeches as it blasts and strikes it. The rider's like sort of holding on. Calm down, fly. Anything else you can do on your turn?
I suppose, let me, I'm just gonna get away from him some.
Hey, Sven, can I get let's do a perception check from you, please.
Sure.
So you move back over there?
Yeah, so I'm not
All right.
as
Fynn,
close.
You are up.
21.
So you're thinking, why sneak into this if you can just interrogate this guy? He could probably tell you if there's some sort of other entrance to this place.
Okay.
Like if you could capture him alive and interrogate him, you guys might be able to find the information that you would have found out just by sneaking in yourselves.
All right.
So Fynn, it's your turn.
I'm gonna come. Can I?
No, Fynn, it's turn.
Oh gosh, darn it. Okay.
Would it technically be surprise attack?
For you?
Yes.
Yeah, because he does not see you. But like the action round, you weren't going in to attack him. You were going in to hide from him. So his not seeing you, yeah, that would be a surprise attack. But do rangers get surprise attacks? Like rogues, like sneak attack?
Oh.
He'd get advantage on the first attack for being an unseen attacker.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay. Because I want to conserve my longbow arrows, I'm going to use my crossbow.
Okay.
And since I have advantage, it's going to make it a lot easier. 28 to hit.
Jeez, what are you trying to
hitting the rider.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the rider.
A 28 hits.
That is 7 damage.
Okay. So you hit him crazy hard. He screams out, "Ah! What the hell? I didn't even see you! You're going next! Stop moving, drop your weapons, and I'll take you alive!"
Does 18 hit for my second attack?
18 does not hit. You're the Dragon Army officer? No. So it just...
Oh, it doesn't hit?
No, it does not.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's my turn then.
Dragonel soars down. So at this point, it's about 60 feet above you. And the speed is 30. So yeah, its full move is 60 feet above you. And the dragon rider is now 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. That's within range. Astrid, it shoots a crossbow bolt at you. I'm sorry. Yeah, heavy crossbow. That's it.
14 AC.
So it soars and the bolt splits down right next to you. Sort of sticks into the ground, sort of snaps as it hits it. He's like, "Stop moving! Stop!" Let's see, up to 2 creatures within 60 feet of it. So, oh, never mind. Okay. So Sven, you're up.
All right, my turn. So he's at. Is he in range where I can attack him now? Did he come down or?
He's 60 feet above you.
Oh, and he's riding He's riding that.
Yeah.
If I got on the ledge, that probably wouldn't help out either, would it? He's still two up there.
Yeah, I mean you can't climb 60 feet.
Oh shoot!
He's actively not trying to kill Astrid.
What's that?
He's actively not trying to kill Astrid and seems to be focused on her with the intent of maybe interrogating her. Would that maybe let that play out?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good call. Just surrender, and then we.
That's just a strange voice in the ether. You know, obviously I'm not here. I'm not seeing any of this. You know, just this strange suggestion appears out of nowhere.
The metagame meter was climbing a bit.
DM holds up a device.
Can I get the? Gosh. I mean, can I use that if I mean, with the wizard, just kind of whisper, "Let him capture you," and then that'll bring him down.
Well, he knows Fynn is there now because Fynn hit him.
He does. Okay.
So it's not like he's doesn't know that it's more than one. He just fired because he had ready in action at Astrid. Because at the time, that's the only person he saw.
He's 60 feet, so that would get disadvantage of doing it. Say my range is 30, 120.
30, 120? What?
Yeah, it's 30. I guess that's
120. Right.
Yeah. For a javelin, it's a hell of a throw.
That would be a badass throw.
I don't know what else I'm going to do here. I mean, I could just toss a javelin at him, but I mean, it's not really. So I give up my position here and just wait and see how this plays out still.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready my action. I'm just gonna hold and wait.
So what are you readying for?
Well, I'm waiting for him to see if he comes back down. And so instead of me trying to throw something at him, I'm like just sitting there watching him, hoping that he flies down, that I could get him with my great axe and just maybe knock him out or something, that we can capture him.
About a swing.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're readying your action. It's now his next turn. That's 10 feet, 100 feet. So now he's going to shoot the heavy crossbow at you, Fynn. What's your armor class?
18.
So it like sweeps by you and you sort of duck out of the way, Matrix style, as it flies right next to you. And he's riding, so he can't move. Astrid, you're next. He's at 60 feet in the air and 5, 10, 15, 20, so he's about 80 feet from you.
80 feet. Let me see what I can do within 80 feet. I would. That'd be really funny. Wait, hold on. Let me see something.
Fynn and Astrid don't know the thought that crossed through your mind, Sven, about capturing him to interrogate him. They just haven't really, they've been like fighting in melee, so they haven't really had a time to sort of to contemplate. So just keep that in mind.
That sounds like a really bad idea.
Sven, I'm right next to you. You could just casually say it to me.
Astrid, what are you going to do?
I feel like I'm just gonna. I'll probably attack the dragon eel again. I had the like dumb idea to try and dimension door up there and shove him off his own mount, but that's probably gonna end badly for me. So
that could be way bad.
Yeah. So I think
that would have been funny though.
A 60-foot drop.
But I think I am going to chill touch the dragonel.
Okay.
An 8.
Does not.
That was a natural 1.
Oh yeah.
So
So you're like sort of doing your best to use your semantics and your stance, and you get the right spell components out, and for some reason it's like stuck in your belt, and you just lose the spell as you're trying to get the damn components out. Anything else on your turn?
no, I think I'll. I'm good here.
All right, Fynn, you're up.
Is the arrow that he shot at, or the bolt that he shot at me, that's in the ground, is that still in good condition?
That's a good question. Let's find out. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm going to use his bolt instead of mine. So I save ammo.
Okay.
Return to sender.
Return to sender.
I'm sure
Address
12 does not hit.
Are you trying to hit the officer?
Yes.
12 does not hit. Sort of like
You don't usually
flies
get to return to sender unless you're a monk, so.
off. Yeah. Well, he's working on it.
Well, good thing I am a
else?
monk.
Anything else you can do, Fynn?
I just tried again with my own bolt this time.
You can do
And,
2 attacks with your crossbow?
Yep. 2 attacks per action.
Okay.
And I rolled an 11.
That's not
Yeah.
enough. So yeah, you're just having a hard time. You're so used to the bow, and the crossbow's a completely different machine. All right, so this Dragonel is sweeping down, so it's 60, 55, 40, 45, 30, 35, 20. So it's about 20 feet above you. It can't actually touch you from that height, and this guy already did his move. So it can do... Flying is... Give me a second. 60. So if it's 20, it still has... It can go down 20 and up 40. So it's going to sweep down. Oh, I keep moving him. It's going to sweep down. It's going to make a flyby attack on Astrid, and then it's going to fly back up 40 feet. So Astrid, 2 rend attacks. What's your armor class?
14.
So both of them are like right next to you, clawing at your face. You're like, oh my gosh! Sort of like ducking down, trying to get out of the way. And this thing is just like slathering. Saliva is like dripping out of its mouth. And you're just getting too close to the maw of this Dragonel to your comfort. Sven, it's your turn.
All right. It's back up to 40 feet again, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's 5'10", so it's 50 feet away from you.
How you doing, Wizard? Are you down low on hit points or what?
I haven't been touched yet.
Haven't? Okay.
Oh.
He's at 40, you said?
Yeah.
He's just right out of my range, too. I could. If I got up on the ledge, would that put me...
Well, that's 120 feet high.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna. I'm just waiting for him to come down. I have really no way of getting to him. I could just throw a javelin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do it. That's a disadvantage, isn't it? If it's out of my.
Yeah.
But you're not seen, so you get advantage, so I'd negate it.
So
it'd just be a regular throw.
Okay.
Are you trying to hit the Dragonel or the Rider?
The rider, and I rolled for damage. I did it backwards. Sorry, pushed the wrong damage. All right, I'm gonna go for the rider. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm not trying to kill him. It is a point.
It's a javelin you're throwing at him.
Just gonna throw
you put a cork on the end of it.
And knock you out with it. All right.
Rubber boxing glove.
Yeah.
Okay. 13. Does that hit?
13 does not. It just soars past and down.
I'm gonna take my second attack then.
You can throw another one?
Yes. Come on. There we go.
23 hits. Like, come on, baby. Mwah. Just
9.
hits him. He's like, oh my god! Ah! He, like, strikes him. So are you raged?
Am I ranged?
Yeah.
I'm melee. So, but I mean, the
Ranged,
javelin
not ranged.
was ranged.
More like slightly annoyed.
Okay, so 9 damage. All right. Okay, anything else?
That'll do.
All right, so this guy, now that he's right in front of you, about 40 feet away, he's going to do another crossbow attack on you, Astrid. What was your armor class?
14.
So this one sticks right into you. You take, I don't know why I'm not doing this. He actually has advantage on all these attacks I haven't been rolling. So you take 7 piercing damage and 5 fire damage. As it enters your body, it sort of flames right around you. So 7, 8, 19, 11, 12 total. I've been screwing this guy by not giving his bonus.
Yeah, Draconic Devotion.
Yeah, exactly. Astrid, you're up.
I'm gonna cast. Ooh, wait, hold on. Is he wearing plate?
In first?
He's not wearing plate. From your vantage, it's kind of hard to see, but maybe splint or something. Because again, he's like 40 feet in the air, and there's a dragonelle between you.
Yeah. Let me. I'm just gonna magic missile the dragonelle again. I suppose. I'd like to drop the. Whoa! 5 force damage per missile.
So how much?
3 missiles, so 5, so 15 damage. I rolled max, yay!
That's great. Good job. So it's screaming and screeching as it's sort of like trying to catch itself with the pain, trying to keep itself afloat for a second. These things are really hardy animals, so you clearly didn't kill it or anything. It's just you did hurt it with that massive hit of the 3 individual force bolts on it. Anything else you can do?
No, I'll just stay here and hope I don't die.
Fynn, you're up. That's everyone's best bet. Just hope we don't die.
Okay. Oh my.
What are you doing?
I rolled to attack with my crossbow.
The
I rolled an
Dragonarm
11.
officer?
Yeah.
And what'd you roll?
Finally, a good hit. My second attack is a 28.
What was your first?
My first was an 11.
Okay. So the 28 definitely does hit.
All damage.
12, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So he smacks him in the side. He sort of breaks it off. Just looks back. Ah! Stop! You're gonna die now! Anything else you want to do?
I'm going to shout to him. I have an opposition for you. If you prefer to live, you can surrender.
You have no idea what you're facing.
No. But you can still live.
All right. So anything else on your turn?
That's all.
Okay. So the Dragonelle is going to swoop back around. It's got a 60 move or 60 flight. So it's 40 in the air now. It swoops down 40.
Well, it's got a 60 flight?
Yeah. Swoops down 40 and then goes back
worse.
up 20. And they don't provoke attack of opportunities either. Which is
Well, because they can dash independently of their rider too, so it can move 120. Well, I guess if it wants to attack, it can't do that. But yeah.
I actually don't see the dash at all. But in any case, what it does is it's swooping down and then it moves up. So it's 15 feet above you after it swoops down, Fynn, and it's going to attack you twice. What's your armor class? 18? What? Fynn?
My armor class?
I said 18.
Okay. So the first one comes by, he rakes across you, and you easily sort of duck out of the way. The second one catches you by surprise. He sort of lifts up on you, raking your entire chest up. You take a total of 13 damage, but only 3 of that's fire. As it sort of rakes you, this flame just sort of ignites across your stomach and chest. Now it's 15 feet above you. Sven,
That's not good.
you are up. Sven.
He's muted.
Ben is muted.
And I'm trying to unmute here. So you said he's 15 feet up in the air now?
Yeah, but from you, he's 20 feet.
This
Oh,
guy.
no, I'm sorry. So 5'10". So he's 25 feet away from you in the air.
Ugh.
He doesn't know you're there, so it's not like he's avoiding you. You just haven't showed yourself.
Can I?
Well, no, that's not true because you hit him with the javelin, so he definitely knows you're there.
Okay.
No, wasn't his back turned when he was hit by the javelin?
Yeah, but it's pretty clear when someone throws a javelin at you, it hits you, and you turn back, and they're just like,
Jab.
like it's not like he's hiding or actively hiding when you're attacking. So
I wonder if I could just use an intimidation check to see if I could get him to fly down.
that better be a good intimidation check.
Yeah. It's worth a try.
Does Barkander would be helpful?
So what do you do for the intimidation? What are you saying?
I just yell at him and tell him, "You come down here and come capture us."
We'll get you to the
How is that
counter.
intimidation?
Come down here.
I don't know. I'm trying to word this right, and it's not. That'd be more persuasion.
Yeah.
We'll get you to the
Smells of
counter.
elderberries.
Your mother
I
smells
don't know
of
if I can
elderberry.
do an intimidation.
Just
check.
tell him to surrender if he wants to survive. Like,
Come
that'd be
with
good
us
enough.
if you want to live.
Can I get a perception check and tell him that if he wants to live?
Give me an intimidation.
Okay.
You're going to
right.
be at disadvantage for obvious reasons. You guys are in combat. It's not exactly overwhelming odds, just 3-1 when he's got a huge dragon on him.
6.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna. He just sort of laughs.
Okay. That would be my action, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right, so he's going to actually shoot his crossbow at you, Sven, for trying to make him stop. What's your armor class?
It's 18.
Okay, so 7, 8, 19, 11. 12 damage total. 5 of that was fire. And the bolt just like jabs you right in the chest. It's like, how about you give up? You're all gonna die unless you do.
Okay.
Astrid, you're up.
All right. That's enough playing nice. I'm going to lightning bolt him at 4th level.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Dexterity saving throw DC 15.
So much for
Remember, we
taking him
can't kill.
alive.
I want to try keeping him alive here, not cook him.
You haven't told him that. He doesn't know. So is there a dexterity? Like, what's the...
Yeah, it's dexterity DC 15.
Oof. Okay, dexterity DC 15. He did not make it. 32 damage. Where's his hit points? Oh, well, maybe you could survive this. Let me do some math.
Don't forget
Oh,
to
wow.
carry the 1.
He took that, dude. You, like, angle
does
it
the
just
Dragonel
right
get hit
as
too?
he leans over and shoots his crossbow and his shoulder is just visible. You're just like, Zornasla! The lightning bolt streaks out, strikes him. He almost falls off the saddle. He's holding on, and just this spray of blood for a moment before the wound cauterizes splatters down on Fynn as he's like holding on, screaming, "Oh God! Oh God!"
Does that hit the Dragonel too? I was hoping to shoot through it.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because it's everything in a 100-foot line, so I
All
was
right,
hoping
well, let's
to hit him.
do a dexterity on that.
Sorry about that.
Dragonel. Well, he got a 20. So what's the half? What was it? 32. So that's 16.
Yep.
Where's the Dragonel? Oof. God, you're hurting them both. See, that's 10. That's 30.
I was
That's
hoping to drop him and kill them both.
well, not quite there yet. These are pretty tough cats. All right, so you like strike this lightning bolt. You guys see this blinding flash of light as it just streaks through the Dragonel into the rider and past into the sky above. If you're trying to be stealthy, this is not the way to do it. Sort of alerting the world to your presence. And they're screaming out. The
120.
Dragonel cries out. Anything else you can do on your turn?
No,
Cliff is
that's it for me.
120 feet.
No, it's just 100 feet for lightning bolt.
The lightning bolt is 100 feet, but the cliff is 120 feet.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really have visibly alerted anyone.
Well, it wouldn't have traveled past that, but the sheer flash of light is going to alert anyone paying attention. You know that there's flying patrols around here, so it's not like
But
this is
isn't it
the
storming?
only guy isolated in this, this one space. In any case, Fynn, it is your turn.
But didn't you say it was actively storming?
It is actively raining, yes.
So it wouldn't be too odd. Lightning.
I'm just saying you made a huge mark in the atmosphere. That's it. I'm not saying people noticed. I'm not saying there's an army coming on top of you. Just that if you're trying to be stealthy,
I
that's
don't
not
wanna
the way to
shoot
do it.
Flares. Let them know. Let them
Just
know.
out of curiosity, did Arjan see this massive lightning bolt in the sky?
So you guys are miles away.
That's why I
where-
asked.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look here. Let me see. So you guys there. So you're about 6 miles away. You can definitely see lightning for 6 miles. So yeah, you saw a flash come from the ground up into the sky.
Oh, sweet Paladin. Preserve.
Muppets.
The irony of you saying that
Yeah. Just
is not lost on me. All right, Fynn, you're up, man.
Is he still up in the air?
Yeah, he's able to keep flight.
How do we get this guy?
Do we start moving
That's
forward?
some pretty big talk for a single man. You could always come down here and surrender.
I'm not
Or
single.
we
I've
can
got a
keep
girl
carrying
back
you
in
the
camp.
body bag.
Does she look like this? That's who she's been
Oh, we can
seeing
take
me.
you back in a
You
body
said-
bag. Your call.
The goat skite.
You are not a man.
What
Does
are
a
you
25 hit?
doing? Yes.
boy,
Well, what are you trying to hit?
Can I
Uh,
intimidate? I'm
Hold
gonna-
on, it's
oh,
Finn's turn. Fynn,
Oh,
who are you trying
dang
to
it.
hit?
He's trying to
The
hurt his feelings.
dragon.
Dragonel?
Yeah,
So 25
dragon.
does hit a Dragonel. And this is with your crossbow?
That is 15 damage.
Okay, nice. You strike it, it cries out and sort of like adjusts its wing pattern to try to like, maintain its air velocity and everything. Let's see, 15, that's 55 damage you guys have done to this thing so far. It is just bleeding openly, just dripping. Anything else?
Well, that's not good. Does a 25 hit again?
Yes. A 25 does hit a second time. I
go
personally
to another
just feel
15
bad for the
damage.
Dragonel. Like, that's what I feel bad for. What damage?
No, the Dragonel was the one who hit me. The rider didn't hit
That's
me.
true.
The Dragonel hit me, so I have a minor or slight
you,
beef with
Dragonel.
the dragon.
So what was the damage?
But 15 again.
So it plummets out of the sky, just, and the guy's just like, "Roar," as he's openly falling after the body of the Dragonel. So I said it was 15 in the air, so that's, basically 1 to 6. Oh, that was a 2d6, dang it.
Once again,
So he takes 4, 64. This guy lands on the ground, does a half a bounce, and just broken bones, legs and arms as he's laying there barely breathing. He can't even cry out. He's just like, his chest is barely moving up and down, and he is completely incapacitated, just as the wind is knocked out of him.
Z coherent.
Question, Arjan, when we
I
saw the
mean-
lightning bolt, did we decide to move forward?
6
I
miles is
mean-
going to take you guys a while to go.
Well, if he's still alive, we could just hogtie him up, heal him up, and then carry him all the way back to camp and get answers from him that way.
Can any of us heal?
You could lick his wound.
Yeah, we can like.
No.
I guess I don't know if any of us have medical.
I mean, he's pretty messed
Um,
up at this point. But yeah, he is alive.
Actu-
Technically, he's alive. He's
Actually, Colin, we can't move because if we do, we risk exposing our position.
We can probably
Really?
bandage this guy up and maybe feed him some green tea. Hopefully he comes around.
Make him some tea.
No,
No, I mean,
let's
he
just
is alive.
hog
He's
tie.
not actively dying. So if you wanted to tie him up and transport him, you could.
Okay.
Let's hog tie him and gag him so he can't
We can.
make noise on
What
the
are you
way
gagging
back.
him with?
I got a
Smelly
sock.
My dirty sock.
Ah.
Some underpants. Who's got?
Oh, we
who's got
know
the
what's
worst
in your
underpants?
socks. You're a guy. All right. So you gag him up and everything, and you taking him back to camp?
Yep.
Give me some stealth checks.
Cast invisibility on us.
Can you do it
He
3
fucked
times?
around. He found out.
I can cast an invisibility at 4th level, which will hit all 3 of us, but that's my last 4th level slot.
That's all 3 of you. What about this guy?
Oh yeah.
Don't cast
Because I think
invisibility
if
on
I
me.
cast it twice, it technically breaks concentration.
Don't cast invisibility on me because I have a decent enough stealth. Cast it on everyone else.
I can do that.
Okay. So you cast invisibility on the wounded, Sven, and yourself. Fynn, give me a
Yeah,
dex.
Apparently,
Or, I
I
mean, a
clicked
stealth
lightning
check.
bolt on accident instead. I like this.
He shoots lightning at all 3 of you in a line, and you are all in a line, so you're all hit. I'm sorry, I forgot which spell I was casting. Give me a stealth check.
17.
Fynn, 17? All right,
Does
that's
that add 10 to our roll, though, with invisibility? For
Oh, you
stealth
don't have to worry about it. With invisibility. An hour of traveling out of range in the rain and stuff, you're fine to get back.
Okay.
So you get back to camp with the rest of the team, and they're in tow with a body. At this point, a screaming body. Like,
Yeah, I'm holding him, so I mean I could carry that weight easily.
yeah. All right, so you guys are back at the camp. What do you do?
Let's get this guy interrogated. I think, right?
Who's
What
the
in the
best at
hell did you
interrogating?
do to this man?
He's
We dropped him
broken
out of the
legs,
sky.
We got
broken
a prisoner.
arm.
I just raise my hand and I smile.
Oh, gee, okay.
Weren't you guys supposed to be quiet? Like, wasn't that the point?
We were. We were. It was
Well,
kind of some fireworks from the
I don't
wizard.
think you
We
know
managed.
what that means.
But we managed.
Keep on using that
Someone
word.
might have.
Yeah.
We definitely managed here. So, but we brought someone back for interrogation. He may know a way to get into this area that we've been trying to get into.
All right. Well,
He could be the Gomer Pyle of the Dragon Army. You don't know.
Al, could you take a look at him and see if you can't maybe like unscrew up his body?
Certainly.
Just enough to where he can. I mean, we don't want to bring him all the way back, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you the paladin?
Here, hold on. It's my dice
The
roll.
more
on,
we
sorry,
heal,
that-
the more there is to break.
Look, I can actually, if we set his bones at funny angles.
Oh.
The more we heal
Leave
him,
one of his
That's,
ribs.
more
that's
there is to
very
break it,
unclerically
make him
like
sleep.
you.
Leave one of his ribs sticking out. We could play helicopter with it.
Flick, flick. All right, so
Right,
are you
so
going to heal him?
just- Yeah, I'll hit him up a bit.
All right, let me give
Just,
me a
yeah.
roll and tell me how much he heals.
I want to find my bloody spells. What about? Right, I'm looking at the wrong menu. Flip's sake.
Oh, well.
Right,
I forgot
I'll do a wee
my
cure
arms.
wounds.
Okay.
What's that? Creature touch, right? 1d8. So, just he'll get 5, 11. Oh, right, that was good.
That's
Of
actually
course.
really good, but it's not
Yeah.
like it's not enough to bring him back to anything. But he is, the severe wounds close and are mended, but he's still really hard up and tied up and muzzled and pissed. To be fair,
Ooh.
he's angry.
No.
So
You
who's
guys
the
suck
best
it
at
up.
intimidation? How are
He's
you going to
people.
interrogate this guy?
Probably gonna be me.
Wait,
This ought to be good.
I got.
Either me
Yeah,
or
go
the
for
Oh,
fighter.
yeah.
Well, I can
Mine-
cast detect thoughts as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at intimidation as well.
Okay. That is charisma.
So
Might be better that the paladin does the.
Well, just
Good
keep in
pop
mind the
vodka.
paladin's methods are not going to be vicious. You know what I
A
mean?
good cop, bad cop.
It
You
can
know,
be-
I
he can
can't
use-
hold my friend back here long enough. You know,
To be polite. Can you please tell us
I would
where?
intimidate him, man.
Kill him with kindness. All right, give me some rolls. Who's rolling? Is it Kel?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's-
cast Detect Thoughts and focus on him so I can read his mind if he tries to hide anything.
So as Kel is giving me a roll, can you
Oh,
tell me
wait,
what
wait,
detect
wait.
thoughts
I
means?
I've
will.
got something.
I will
Yes,
help
yes,
the
yes.
paladin with interrogation.
What do you got?
All right, guys, hold
so
on. I
for the
need one
duration-
person at a time here.
Okay, sorry.
So Kel, what's your roll?
Rolling now. 18.
Okay, so then what's your detect thoughts description?
So for up to a minute, I can read the thoughts of any creature within 30 feet of me that has an intelligence of 3 or higher. Or sorry, of 4 or higher. I can learn the surface thoughts of the creature, but as an action, I can probe their thoughts. They get a wisdom save, but if they fail, then they can't hide anything, I think.
So
Let's
what's
see.
the DC of the save?
The DC would be 15.
Okay, so he failed.
Sweet. So that means, again, insight into its reasoning, if any, emotional state, something that looms large in its mind, and questions verbally directed at the target shape the course of its thoughts. So I'm definitely just letting them ask the questions so that hopefully he'll think about
Right.
something that, if he doesn't say it out loud, he'll at least hopefully think about it, and
Right.
we'll get the information that way.
Okay. And Arjan, you were helping with the interrogation with Kel.
Yep.
So Kel, you have advantage to roll again and see if you get a higher one.
All right. Rolling. Yeah. That'll do.
Jeez.
That'll
All
do,
right.
pig. That'll do.
And is there anything anyone else wanted to do before I get into this? While this is happening. Going once.
how does this work? Hang on.
Tell me where she is,
I'm-
Mendoza.
So I have
While they're doing that, can I
zone of truth.
do a?
Will this help?
Hold on, Gabriel. What's
Yeah,
zone of
that keeps him
truth?
from lying. Zone of truth, he can't lie if he fails the save. He can
However,
not answer or dodge questions.
creature
Well, hold
has
on.
a
Is that
skill
something
or
you
is it
already
first
had
aid?
saved as a memorized spell?
That's what I'm trying. I didn't have it.
Because it would be on
Zone. It's second level. Yeah,
Right, but I mean, did you actually have it prepared?
yeah. Because I was trying to get the flipping. There's another one I was thinking of, but I was trying to go a different direction with this character. If that makes sense.
Well, what's the DC on that? What's the save?
It is one action range. Actually, hang on. Can I just share it? Split.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm listening to me babble.
50-foot radius. Since till ends, the creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn. There must make a charisma saving throw. But what's your DC for saving?
It's a 14, I think.
14. So it's a charisma save. It did not make it. Okay. So it has to tell the truth. Maybe not the whole truth, but definitely the truth. Astrid can read its surface thoughts, so if it's thinking about concealing something, he's going to discern it. Kelmar and Arjan are actively interrogating him with a really good roll. Anything anyone else wants to pile on?
A cherry.
Just throw a cherry.
Any
pick
whipped
on
cream? Get some
Make
whipped
this
cream.
into a knot with your tongue.
Pretty-
Finn, is there anything you had?
I'll just assist with the interrogation. So
Okay. I mean, he's already had the advantage on it, and you clearly got a good score.
we pop his fingers back in place. We put a culling crayon in his hand. We want him to draw us a map.
Finn, do you have anything?
I'm going to take a short rest while they're doing this. I will wake up once
that's
I'm woken up.
4 hours. This is probably not going to take that long. So you started
Have
for
you-
short
Here,
rest.
what about one of the fletches of your arrow? And use it as like a feather and tickle him?
Yeah, just tickle him.
Jeez. All right. So
God.
after about 20 minutes to an hour and a half, he is talking. What you learn is that the canyon does in fact lead to the City Lost Names, though there's no possible way that the small group of you are going to be going through it, and there's no way an army is going to go through it without alerting the rest of the dragon army that's camped right outside it. There's army leaders, the mage Loazet and the priest Belephion. They're actually there looking for an ancient weapon. They're accompanied by a terrifying knight named Lord Soth, and they have hundreds of other troops in addition to their own army inside of the city. The canyon to the city is blocked by stone fortifications, remnants of a long-vanished people, sort of a pre-cataclysmic situation. The walls surrounding the ruined city are riddled with passages, but only one leads from the city to a location called Wind's End, a landing point where the dragon army maintains their dragonels. So you know now that there is one point that the dragon army is 100% certain of that leads into the city that is not the main entry point, which you will not be able to get to. So the only chance you have is to go through this dragonel sort of stable area called Wind's End. But the dragon army is between you and Wind's End. So you're probably going to have to use Darrett's army as a diversion for you to sneak into Wind's End to get into the City of Lost Names. That
kind of figured that's how this is going to work. I don't think we're going to get in ourselves. So we use this captured guy to give us the intel that we need and where to go through for us while we have the diversion of the army. And then we use the captured guy too to see if he can give some weak points of their encampment and where they're at. We can use that to our strength with the army as well.
So
while he's here, you might as
what's that?
Come again?
What did you say?
while he's here, we might as well figure out or ask him how they're receiving information so quickly from other other camps that they own.
We use dragonels. What the hell are you talking about? We fly.
You can cross a lot of territory if you're just able to fly very quickly, I might add.
How do you get information? That doesn't make what? We said carrier pigeons?
Yes, we absolutely use carrier pigeons.
Oh shit.
Like,
Are you in the Zora tribe?
We also have dragonels.
So he's like, I don't believe that. You'd be on them right now if you did.
We have ours are small and they're like the size of carrier pigeons.
They look a lot like
they're dragonel.
We got the wizard over here. It's like, well, yeah, we have some too.
What?
We could have if we had gone to Heart's Hollow.
All right, so you know where you need to go in order to get into the City of Lost Names, Wind's End. You know the only way you're going to get to that entry point is if there's a massive diversion from the Dragon Army's forces to allow you to sneak in. So now it's really just relaying that information to Darrett's army, getting them time to get into position to attack, and then you can sneak in. So that is where we're going to have to end this session. Thank you all so very much for joining in this very interesting session. I would like to, that's going to do it for this 17th episode of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition DragonLance Shadow of the Dragon Queen live play. Thank you, players, for joining and making this very fun. What did you, the audience, think of this adventure thus far? How would you have handled this situation of either sneaking in or interrogating a Dragon Army soldier? Let us know in the comments below. Feel free to email me at info@dlsaga.com or leave a comment below. I would like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. This all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. And this channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga. Thank you so much for joining in that celebration. So on behalf of all the players and myself, Slan Javar.